Hey guys, and welcome back to another Phoenix Wright live stream. I mean, honestly, I don't know how today's gonna go. We're actually early for once, so we might actually be able to finish the game knowing, well, realistically we could. Will we? Who knows? It's probably gonna be a long trial. I'm assuming we're getting to the end, considering it's day 3 of the trial. However, we never know with this game. It could go on for ages. I thought yesterday's trial was too long, and it was like 2 hours long. So, we'll see how it goes. But yeah, last time, I can't even remember what we did. It was trial, we interviewed Officer Meekins. That's it. We figured out that Officer Marshall was pretending to be Detective Goodman inside the evidence room. That's where there was a second, quote-unquote, murder. However, that means that we now know that Bruce Goodman was killed in the prosecutor's office, or at least we're assuming so. However, there's still a massive pool of blood that hasn't been explained, so that's probably going to play into things. But for now, Lana is still the suspect. However, I highly doubt Lana's actually the murderer. Looking at who's left, the only people it really could be is Lana. Is Gant. Just because we're pretty sure he's the one who's the ID badge that went in to kill before Edgeworth went into the evidence room. The 7777777 guy. So, we're going to see how that goes. But, I think we should just get into it and do the investigation. Just load up the game. I think we're actually nearly done with the game now, which is really weird to think about. But we'll see how it goes. February 24th, 3:12 PM, Ranko Law Officers. I'm sorry, Mr. Wright. I'm sorry for what my sister said. Oh yeah, and Emma doing her... Lana doing her crap, getting herself bloody ruined. Not ruined. Ruining her chances of survival at this point. I don't know what her motivation is, but she just admitted to forging evidence. Drastic crimes require drastic measures. That's just the way it is. We did what we had to, in order for him to get the verdict he deserved. Are we sure that this Joe Dart guy's actually a murderer, though? Sure he is, otherwise they have just murdered an innocent man. I didn't know. I never knew the SL9 incident was just another name for the Joe Dart killings. Sounds like everyone's heard about these killings except me. Lana wanted Dart convinced so badly. That's why she used me. What? That's why she used what happened to me. Oh dear. What's her name? Did Lana just try and get Emma killed using Joe Dark? That's kind of dark. What do you mean, what happened to you? It's all there in the file. Joe Dark's last victim was Prosecutor Neil Marshall. When he murdered Officer Marshall's brother, he left behind an incriminating piece of evidence. Aw, well, at least he looks cool. And sexy. But what did you have to do with those killings, Emma? Oh, he's actually kind of creepy. On the night Prosecutor Neil was murdered, Joe Dark tried to kill me. Oh, okay, that makes more sense. What? He tried to kill you? Oh, he saved her. Officer Marshall's brother, Neil, was only trying to save me. Yeah, and then got killed. So that means you... Yeah. I was a witness in the Joe Dart trial. Wasn't that in the documentation? I didn't see that one coming. I'm pretty sure... Is that... Wait. First of all, let's give her a badge. See this? It's my Tierney's badge. Aha. Well, I've never seen a real one before. You're the first one who's actually been interested in mine, believe me. Its composition is mostly silver. The gold plating is faking a bit. She's analysing it, scientifically. There doesn't appear to be any corrosion due to sulfides. Oh wait, no, we've actually read that one. I've only just realised that. I'm pretty sure... Did it not say that Emma was a witness? Yeah, it already said she was a witness there. Why are we shocked? We knew that. Anyway, let's just present it to her. It seems everything is somehow related to this incident. What was it labelled again? The SL9 incident? Yes. The name of everyone connected to this trial is listed in here. All that's left is to figure out just what role everyone plays in this case. If we search hard enough, I think we'll find our answer. What exactly did or didn't Lana do? I'm not sure I want to know everything. It happened 2 years ago. It was right about the time of this year too. There was a terrible thunderstorm that day, unusual for the season. I was alone in my sister's office. Oh dear. We were planning to eat dinner together once she finished her work. Then suddenly, this terrifying man came bursting into the office. Joe Dark. It seemed like he was running from someone. He pulled out a knife and screamed at me. I didn't know what was going on. Just then, Prosecutor Marshall showed up. Jake Marshall's brother. Joe Dark tried to take me hostage. But before he could, Mr. Marshall tackled him. Then, what happened? I'll never forget it. Lightning struck, and the lights went out. Suddenly, a bolt of lightning flashed outside the window, lighting up the office for an instant. I saw them burn a permanent picture in my mind. I can still see it now. I could see it now. A permanent picture? I don't remember the moment when Dark stabbed Mr. Marshall. So you weren't able to testify about that? No, I was only asked about when I was attacked. That must be why she made up the crime. Hi Dave, welcome to the stream. Made it up? What do you mean, provide bogus evidence? The prosecutor's office wanted that guilty verdict so badly. Lana forged the evidence, and Mr. Edgeworth used it. Edgeworth? Yes, but I'm sure he didn't know anything about it. He couldn't have known he was given false evidence. Even so, that's when it all started. The rumours about Mr. Edgeworth, I mean, it's all my fault. If I could just testify properly, none of this would have happened. So it's true, even though he may not have known it. Edgeworth really was involved in falsifying evidence. After the case ended, Lana was never the same. She became cold, like she is today. Bargar. She must not have been able to face up to what she did, especially not to Emma. What did you see in the instant that the crime occurred? Dart knocked down Mr. Marshall and raised his knife. Oh, sorry, I did forget the apology. Lucky you're the only one here. Guys, I'd like to apologize. I'm a fool. I should know better. And I'm a loser, quite frankly. Because it's 2023 and I fell for a D's nuts joke. Now, I was just being a good person. And it ended up in me falling for a D's nuts joke. I admit, it was stupid. And I apologize for that. However, I think we should punish Dave for being the one who initialized it. So yeah, bye Dave, you've been exiled. Sorry. I had to make up the rules, even though I literally did. Yeah. Neil Marshall stabbed right in front of this poor girl. I don't remember what happened after that. Apparently I passed out. Oh dear. When I came to, Lana was cradling me in her arms. Poor Emma. You've been through so much. Clearly we're gonna, not inspect, go through this trial as well, but I don't know how this is gonna play into things. I couldn't bring myself to testify about that incident. I tried, but the words just wouldn't come out. I drew a picture, but it wasn't any good. 2 years ago, you must have been 14, that's understandable. I mean, yeah, if you're 14 years old and you have to testify about a murder that you just witnessed, like, you'd be pretty shaken up, so, respectful, honestly. Once it was all over, I made up my mind. I decided that when I grew up, I wanted to become a scientific investigator. Okay, see, that makes more sense now, because she seems very useless in her job. As bad as that sounds, like, though, she is very clearly just, you know, wants to do it just because of this instance, which I mean fair. I want to be able to fight crimes with my testimony. Hi Paloma, welcome. How is it going? I'm finding the evidence to make an airtight case. That way, Lana would never have to forge any. I see. Okay, that makes more sense. I think I'm finally starting to understand what makes Emma tick. Exactly, yeah. But there's still something that bothers me about that crime. Yeah, I mean, that seemed a bit dodgy, right? That Joe Dark is just running at Emma, like while Emma's chilling in the office. She said he was being chased. So, something must have happened. Oh, Blair's here as well. Hello, Blair. Welcome back to the stream. How's it going? Oh. Okay. Something does well. There's something that's puzzling me, Emma. What is it? You said you were in Lana's office at the time, right? That's right. Why then would a serial killer come running in there? For a fun time. Not only that, but why was he being chased by a prosecutor? Oh, there's no mystery there. Joe Doc had been taken in for questioning that day. Taken in for questioning? You mean by the police? Of course. This happened at the police department. He tried to run away halfway through the interview and fled into my sister's office. But then why did he run all the way over to your sister's office? Because the detective's office and the questioning room are right across from the elevator. Across from the elevator? But Lana was the chief prosecutor, wasn't she? No, silly. Didn't I tell you? 2 years ago, Lana was a detective. Oh. She was the best in the entire force. What? That's news to me. Wow. Women in STEM. That's not even STEM. Oh, Blair, you streamed yourself. How was that? What did you play? Sounds sussy. Oh, it snowed yesterday. Oh, you played Minecraft. Great. Honestly, I've been playing Pixelmon Minecraft with my friends. It's made me fall back in love with Minecraft because I will say, obviously, playing a lot of Stardew and also not being able to stream Minecraft because it's buggy. I just like stopped playing it, but playing other games and then going back to Minecraft, like it made me fall like remember how much I liked Minecraft. So hopefully, I do want to get a new PC. I mean, I've probably said this multiple times now. I've just moved house, so money's a bit tight. Just making sure that I've got all the bills and stuff. But I want to buy a PC just so I can stream some bigger games. I think bigger games. Minecraft's not even that big of a game, but streaming it as well makes it quite laggy. Like I'm sure Blair and Plum will remember because I think you both tried joining it, but it was like super. It just bugged the whole time. Yeah, hopefully when I get a new PC, I can actually just stream from it, and that'd be great because then I can play more games. How it snow? Where do you live, Finland? Yeah, fair. I used to be a woman in STEM. You know what? Good on you, Paloma. We love women in STEM. We love strong, independent women. You used to be a woman. That wasn't it, Dave. That was not the point. Anyway, after the Joe Dart case, she was transferred to the prosecutor's office and made chief prosecutor. Oh, wait, so after the case, she was then made the chief prosecutor. Lana used to be a detective. I better have another talk with her. How do you go from a detective? It's like Detective Gumshoe becoming the chief prosecutor. Like, how does that work? Oh, that's no. Sorry, we just pressed the same thing. Let's just skip through this. Okay, move. Actually, do we need to present anything else to it? Nah, should be fine. Move. Detention center. Ask your mom. Oh! February 24th, detention center visitors room. I don't understand non-Eurocentric jokes. Really, Dave. Really? Lana. Mr. Wright? It seems I kept causing you trouble. Let's find evidence. I don't think you were that type. Criminals don't mind playing foul. Why should we? But Lana, if you're wrong, an innocent person might be found guilty. Believe me, I understand the risks. Lana, Emma told me about you. Oh? About how you were a detective 2 years ago. and how the SL9 incident was the reason for your transfer to the prosecutor's office. That's right. Could you fill me in on the details, especially about the unusual change of jobs? Exactly, Phoenix. Glad we're asking the correct questions. I suppose you have a right to know, Mr. Wright. Here's my badge! Attorneys and prosecutors have no oh, never mind. Oh, okay. I know how obsessive Officer Marshall can be. That trial, it really wasn't fair, was it? Yikes. I believed in you, Lana. I believed that no matter what happened, you'd always stick to the truth. It couldn't be helped, Emma. At the trial 2 years ago, I sold my soul. Well, all dramas aside, the fact of the matter is, at 5:15 there was no murder at the police department. Tell me it's not true, Lana, what the witness, Miss Starr, said. About you stabbing Mr. Goodman with a knife. Lana, I don't understand. Why wouldn't you tell us? Emma. It doesn't just involve just me. Right. Is she being blackmailed? By Gant? I was going to say someone higher up. But I'm trying to think. Because the whole time she's been like, it's me. I've done it. Like, I'm doing it. Because it's so linked to the SL9 incident, maybe she owes someone. Being Gant, probably. And I'm really in on this Gant theory. If it's not Damon Gant, then this is going to be awful. But yeah, maybe she's just being blackmailed. That would make more sense why she's like so adamant that it's her. She did the stabbing. She definitely did it. It's all her. But obviously we've proven it's not her. Well, trying to. I don't know. I don't think I've ever seen Lana look so phased before. Corruption, a game of the corruption, a game of the ages. Yeah, exactly. They're all corrupt. It's true. I was a member of the police force 2 years ago. She was amazing. Yeah, there we go. They still talk about all the cases she and Chief Gant cracked together. Yeah. It's Gant. It has to be Detective Gant. Well, I say Detective Gant, Chief Gant. Chief Gant? He was the Deputy Chief of Police back then, but he still worked at the crime scene. Oh wait, this is Lana. Damon Gant. He was everything I aspired to be. They were the best team ever. They solved crimes before the reports could even be filled. Everyone really idolizes a big sister. But now you're chief prosecutor. What happened? I always planned on becoming a prosecutor. The reason I became a detective was to gain experience investigating crime scenes so you could use that experience in court, right? Gant's help in the SL9 case was crucial to the resolution. After that, he became chief of police and arranged my transfer to the police prosecutor's office. Maybe I should ask more about this investigation over there 2 years ago. So can I bribe you to call Blair Poopy Rat? No, you probably couldn't. We respect Blair here, even though Blair has probably already left. 2 years ago, I was second in command to the detective investigating Dark. Second in command? That means the investigation lead was Damon Gant, right? Yes. Deputy Chief Gant and I shared the same office and the same investigations. Okay. Interesting. They even had the same office? That's good. I think it's Gant. Because who else would it be? We led a team of best detectives on the force. Detective Goodman, whose case it was, J. Marshall and Angel Starr. It was the first time Marshall had worked with his brother. He was quite gung-ho. Yep. Without a doubt, Joe Dark was a serial killer. We asked him to come in for questioning. We were desperate for evidence. That was when his final murder took place. When he tried to murder Emma. Prosecutor Marshall was trying to save me from Dark. You see, the first person who happened upon the scene of the crime was me. Now you tell us. Interesting. Damon Gant and Neil Marshall were the ones questioning Dark that day. The investigation was in its final stages and Dark was suddenly panicked. So he waited until Gant and Marshall let the guard down, and then fled the room. From there, he ran straight to the office shared by Deputy Chief Gant and myself. That's where he found me. So you were the first person to run to the scene, Lana? It appears so. I was filing some papers while Gant and Marshall were questioning Dark. When I returned to my office, I saw 3 bodies on the floor and smelled blood. How is the knife in his back then, if... Oh, he could have reached round, I guess, and stabbed him in the back? But still, that seems a bit dodgy. 3 bodies? Prosecutor Marshall, the victim, Emma, who had passed out. Oh, and the suspect, Joe Dark. During the struggle, it seemed Mr. Marshall struck a final blow before he died. Joe Dark had incurred a minor concussion and lay unconscious. What did you do? To be honest, I panicked. I picked up Emma, carried her out of the room, and just held her. I don't blame her. After all, her system must have gone through. I mean, we didn't check if Marshall was dead. Maybe Dark did kill him. No, didn't kill him. After that, I placed Dark under immediate arrest. Let me get this straight. You were all involved in the SL9 incident. That's right. Quite a coincidence, I don't buy it. But what are you saying? There's no way everyone involved in this trial was also involved in that incident just by chance. But the case was solved 2 years ago. At least one person went to extremes because they didn't believe it was truly solved. Yeah, Marshall. Officer Marshall. Yes, his actions came as a surprise to me as well. Ever since his brother died, he changed completely. So did you, I guess. I guess he wasn't convinced the ruling against Joe Dark. Life doesn't end with the closing of a case. Everyone has to live the rest of their lives with the memories. That case just might not be over yet. Everyone was assaulted by Dark at the police department, right? Yes, in the office that Damon Gant and I shared. The office that Mr. Gant now occupies by himself, the Chief's office. Maybe I should have a look at the Chief's office, the site of the final S9 murder. Murder. Okay. We'll go here first. February 24th, prosecutor's office, underground parking lot. No one's here today, not even the star. Everyone's probably busy looking into what exactly went down in the evidence room. It must be that must be where the detectives are. We proved in court today that on the day of the crime, no one was murdered in the evidence room at 5:15. Yeah, I thought we were finally making some headway in our case. But instead, it looks like we ended up making Lana look even more guilty. Hang in there, Lana. I got to find the answers by tomorrow. Do you know who the 2 extra subs are? Yeah, they're my 2 uni friends, because I accidentally mentioned that I stream. And they were like, oh, what is it? I was like, crap. They haven't joined yet, though, so they can't hear my cringe voice acting. I'm so sorry. Again. Just to reiterate, I'm sorry that I'm bad at voice acting. Okay. Examine... Is there anything else? Probably not, right? This rope... Oh wait, no, we've definitely read that before. You silly goose, but everyone as well. Exactly, yeah. I'm a big silly goose. We need to go here. Well, we don't need to go here yet, but... February 24th, High Prosecutor's Office, room 1202. Mr. Edgeworth isn't here. Maybe he's been questioned by the inquiry committee. He took a real beating in the court today. Yeah, with Lana admitting to falsifying evidence 2 years ago. I guess we're just gonna have to come back later. Okay, so that was in the right place. Move. Department entrance. February 24th, Police Department entrance. Oh, it's you. Howdy, Bambino. Oh, Mr. Marshall. I never thought things turned out this way when I woke up this morning. Sarah, you never know where life will lead you, Bambino. I should have known my luck had run out when the old Billy dried up this morning. Billy? Must be his pet cactus. Say, where are you headed? Just over to the prosecutor's office for a little interrogation? It's a voluntary appearance, but we all know I won't be coming back. Sorry, but you can't go in the evidence room today, partner. But Mr. Marshall, why did you do it? Why do prospectors head west? If ever there was a case I needed to know the truth about, it was this one. Before you turn yourself in, Mr. Marshall, would you mind telling us exactly what happened? Looks like I won't be getting a state lunch today. Wow, okay. Interesting. Actually, first of all, here's my attorney's badge. Mr. Marshall, could you please have a look at this? Sorry, Bambino. I'm not a patrolman anymore. I'm certainly not a detective. I'm nothing more than a wanted man now. These old eyes, man, have seen too much as it is. Okay, well, thanks for the help, dude. Where was his incriminating evidence? Let's just present that to... Never mind, that's going to be the same stuff. We don't need to know that. Talk. Dark trial. Something was fishy about that trial from the very beginning. It wasn't just me either. All the detectives thought so. What do you mean fishy? Some of the facts reported were inconsistent with the evidence we found. For example, the murder weapon. The murder weapon? You mean that switchblade that with the broken tip? That was Joe Dogg's after alright. But in the initial autopsy report in question, a question was raised. A question? The blade of the knife was not a perfect match with the wound the victim sustained. Well, then it's not the murder weapon. What? That's not a question. That's just... If it doesn't match, it's not the murder... Wait, what? Wait, what? Why is that even a question? Surely, if it doesn't match the wound, it's not the murder weapon. What does that mean? It means there is a good chance the knife was not the... Thank you. I was going to say... However, in the report that is finally submitted, the possibility had been raised. Could the facts have been concealed with forged evidence? Our case left behind scars on all of us. The scars that the SL9 incident left behind. I got the looks, but he got the brains. He was one of the best prosecutors around. I'm sorry, Neil looks fine. Neil could get it. Looks like Neil had the brains and the looks, Marshall. Yeah, imagine being called Jake. Rogue just casually handles a knife with the murder weapon. As a knife. Yeah, the fake murder that happened. He actually used that knife and stabbed Officer Meekins. Wait, can I go tab? Yeah, he stabbed this guy with that knife. So yeah, it is technically... It was used in an attempted murder, I guess. But yeah. I just had made detective when it went down. It was our first case together. And last, how old was he? Your brother. He was 27 at the time. He was awarded the highest honor that very day. The highest honor? You mean the prosecutor, right? Yeah, king of prosecutors. I knew it. What are you looking at me like that for? That's an honor for a prosecutor. Mr. Marshall must have really been close with his brother. The day of SL9 took place. That wasn't the same day as... That's right. It was the day of the evidence transfer. Oh, I see. Interesting. It was drizzling that morning, and by nightfall there was thunder. I can't believe 2 years ago has gone by already. I tried to steal the evidence so the case wouldn't die. Apparently someone tried to stop you. Detective Goodman was murdered, and the evidence locker was empty. Oh, okay. There was something going on behind the scenes in that case. We all knew that later. Every detective involved in that investigation, save one, was taken care of. Every detective involved in the case except one. Is it because Lana got promoted? Miss Starr was fired, and I was demoted and boxed away into a tiny room. What about Detective Goodman? If they did something to him too, the commissioners would got suspicious. Oh, so they didn't actually do anything to Goodman. That's probably why he got attacked. Well, murdered. More than attacked. Yeah, what the flip? Yeah, exactly. He's just casually wielding this knife around. But yeah, it works. Oh, there we go. No, they were careful enough not to be too obvious. They? Who are you talking about? Don't get upset, Bambina. I mean Damon Gant and Lana Sky. It's Damon Gant! It's... Let me show you for reference, Dave, because I just realized you haven't seen it. It's this guy. I bet you it's this guy. Okay, right. It's going to be hard to explain this to you, but it can't be Officer Meekins because he was in the evidence room, so it's not him. He is the victim. He was in the evidence room as well, trying to kill this guy, so it can't be him either. Angel Star, it technically could be. Lana Sky were obviously defending, but her number is not matching the ID list, and it's not any of these three. And Marshall's dead, so it has to be Damon Gant, unless they pull someone else out. He's really... Exactly, yeah. He's from West LA, but then I think they said, like, he watched, like, some American TV show, and then this is his personality. The investigation lead, Damon Gant, and his second in command, Lana Sky. They do look cool here, to be fair. There wasn't a person on the force who hadn't heard of the duo. That case was the biggest step in both their careers. After that case ended, Lana transferred to the prosecutor's office, right? Oh wait, after the case ended, Lana transferred to the prosecutor's office, right? Yeah, Damon Gant, the new chief of police, arranged for that to happen. She'd never be the same since she left. Everyone knew her, everyone who knew her said so. Chief Prosecutor Sky was totally different when she was a detective. Now that he mentions it, Emma said something like that too. Tell me, what happened to my sister? Sorry, Bambina, but her secret is too well guarded. I never found out. Lana's secret? It's all started 2 years ago. So there you'll have it. And that's my story. Did you enjoy it, Barna? It was certainly enlightening. There's one thing for sure, I found out in court today. That boy Edgeworth isn't my enemy. Yeah, he's trying to help. We love Edgeworth, okay? We love him. He was the one who used falsified evidence to get a guilty verdict. If someone else was the one who gave him that evidence and planned everything. That someone is Damon. Thank you. Thank you, Marshall. At least someone sees the bigger picture. It's because we're called Jake, right? We've got this, like, twin telepathy thing. That's how it works, right? Don't believe me? Well, I don't blame you. I wouldn't even be a patrolman after today. Just spits out the lid. Too bad I won't be around to work with you. When you become a real scientific investigator. Aww. Adios, Bambina. Aww, that was actually quite sweet at the end. Let's examine this blue badger again. Yikes. Blue badger is still writhing around today. We'll end Damon's life. Boom solved, honestly. Also, for reference, Dave, this is the blue badger, and this is why we hate him. Because look at him. He is scary. With this music as well, terrifying. It's even worse as well when you... If you watch this video... Oh, we can't watch the video anymore. Smashed! Stop. Stop that right now. Let's give him the benefit of the doubt and say he's dancing. Speaking of dancing, the whole police department has been dancing around like crazy since the other day. Honestly. Can I take out the batteries? I just can't help but feel like he's going to do something naughty. Like what? Yikes. Criminal Affairs Department. February 24th, Police Station, Criminal Affairs Department. I love those baby black eyes and those nice moving hips. You better stop, Dave. Enough of that. We are not sexualizing the blue badger. This place is always pretty empty, but today it's deserted. That must mean everyone's busy solving crimes. Oh, if you're looking for the others, they're all in the conference room. Thanks. Wow, he actually talked to us. With the chief prosecutor saying what she did and the decision about what to do about Miss Edgeworth, not to mention our statement to the media in tomorrow's trial. There's more chaos going on than Thanksgiving and Christmas put together. I can imagine, actually. I think festive is the word usually used for those. Sir, we'd like to have a look around Chief Gant's office. Just use the connecting hallway to the other building and take the elevator to the top floor. That's very easy. Oh Lord, Lord, I'm about to explode. I'm a bus. Really? You mean it's okay for us to go there? I mean, we aren't police officers or anything. Don't. If he lets us in, Emma, shut up. Don't say anything. Hey, you're right. You can't go in there. It's off limits. Emma, now I see why Detective Gumshoe gets his unique charm. Well, what are we waiting for? Let's head to the chief office. What? Okay, sure. Ooh, he's got a massive piano. Oh, and there's that picture. Our Lord and Savior. I'm a bad bus. Okay. Oh, I've just realized. I see that picture. Do you see this vase in the background, right? That's this. Unstable jar. That's the thing in the background of that picture at the very back in the left. So that's going to be something important. February 24th, Police Department Chief's Office. You are something else and I feel your vibe. Oh dear. Whoa, where am I? In the chief's office, silly. At least that's what it said on the door. Check out the pipe organ. It's real, isn't it? Yeah, that's massive. That looks really cool, actually. Imagine having that in real life. That'd be so awesome. So awesome. Hey, I used to take organ lessons in kindergarten. They used to call me Little Miss Bach. Little Miss Batch. I thought I was a genius until I tried teaching me notes. Did we just play it? I never could remember where C was. I was gonna say, why are we pressing it? Because Gant's just gonna be here. Oh, it's you two. Chief Gant? Oh, suspect? Murderer? Thanks, man. Sometimes it makes me uncertain about it. Right. Oh dear. Right, I'm pinging the Discord. There you go, you've been outed. How do you like that? How do you like that? I've pinged everyone and I guarantee you no one's gonna join, but they're gonna see it. Chief Gant. He put that paper he was reading in the desk. Okay, so that's something we need to read. So Righto, you've been how have you been swimming lately? No, I haven't. I've been kind of busy lately. I could appreciate that. I've had my hands full too with Mr. Marshall's misconduct and Lana's provocative statement. Provocative statement? Oh, you mean about the forged evidence? 2 years have passed since that incident. My, how time flies. See that big picture on the wall over there? That's a picture of Lana, Neil, and me. So this is Mr. Marshall's brother, Prosecutor Neil Marshall. We took it to commemorate our work together. Something's not right with this picture. I mean, one, the statue's not broken on this one. Like, this shield is not broken. If we inspect this, it's, like, broken a bit. Hi, Blur. The fact that Blur says, "Hey, oh, I'm back," and then that's when you type, "No one will be here to save you." Welcome back, Blur. Okay, something's not right with this picture. So it's gonna be the shield's broken, the vase is there. I don't see anything else at the moment. I can't seem to quite put my finger on it though. Guaranteed picture added to the court record, that's fine. Oh, I thought that thing was on Lana. It's that, you know, the knight has a little sword there. Anyway, I'd like to reminisce all day, but there are matters that need my attention. I'm going to lock up here, so let's go out together. Oh, but this office. It was a crime scene 2 years ago, wasn't it? That case has long since been over. There's no need to investigate it anymore. Ah, suck it, dude. Hi, February. Welcome to the stream. How's it going? All the same, we'd still like to have a look around. Perhaps you didn't hear me. I said there's no need to investigate it anymore. He's the killer! I can guarantee he's the killer. He does not want us to investigate because we're gonna find out that he is a piece of crap. Okay? Right. Can I inspect this? No, I can't. He's so the killer. I'm doubling down. I bet he's the killer. Because turtle. Now hurry up and get out. I have a meeting to attend. He's so dodgy. His clothes are literally as orange as his skin. Looks like we aren't welcome. It seems the case isn't over with yet, after all. What do you mean? Chief Gant denied our request to search the crime scene. That means there must be a reason he doesn't want us looking around, though. Yeah. You mean, like, a clue? There's got to be a way we can get inside the Chief's office. We just walk back in once he's done. Criminal Affairs. February 24th. Police Station. Criminal Affairs Department. Hey, pal. It's such a group show. Aren't you supposed to be at the meeting? I'm, just taking a breather. My feet hurt. I'm sitting so long? I mean, don't know. I mean, your feet won't hurt, but it's painful to sit for a very long time. Actually, serving everyone coffee. Oh, I see. Sounds like Detective Gumshoe's still out of the loop, yeah. Say, have either of you seen Mr. Edgeworth? Edgeworth? No. Why do you ask? He's under fire from both the police department and the prosecutor's office. It's almost like the battle between you two in court. Sounds serious. Dave, I know what that's supposed to be. Stop that. Less of that. Let's not do that. You forced me. How did we force you? You made me like, this is your fault, okay? Let's go what my sister said. That's basically what it all boils down to. I falsified evidence 2 years ago. Now Mr. Edgeworth has the whole world after his blood. Yikes. Dave, this isn't you. There's no other way. You gave me no choice. Dave, stop. You don't have to do this. Let's present our badge because we can. Detective, here's my attorney's badge. You show this to me every time we meet, pal. We all show the police, but oh, we have actually done that before. I wish I had a badge, even I do, but yeah, we have done this. Let's present that. Oh, never mind. Talk. There's, it must be done. This wasn't even an option. Eve's origin story. I'm sorry. Oh no. But why would Edgeworth be blamed? It's not like he knew the evidence was forged. Lana Sky is the guilty party here, isn't she? Regardless, the prosecutor is responsible for the evidence they present in court. That makes sense. It's a little bit shitty, but... Yeah, Dave, let's not go there. I'm protecting Blur. I'll have to put you on timeout if you threaten anyone else, Steve. It's the only way. Not only that, but as you know, there have been a lot of rumours going on about Mr. Edgeworth. His amazing talent for prosecuting keeps him safe from those who don't like him. But now with this, are there really so many people who hate him? In our world, only those with talent rise to the top. Mr. Edgeworth, to the top. Mr. Edgeworth not only has that, but he's young. There's no better recipe I know of that for making enemies. Hey Dick, keep up the good work. Yes, sir. Let's go out to lunch again sometime. My treat. Yes, sir. You gotta take me back to that joint sometimes, okay, Dick? Yes, sir. It seems you don't have any problems with enemy. Yeah, well, I'm careful not to stick out. Anyway, I'm a bit worried about him. Under all this pressure, I'm afraid Edgeworth might just crack. Yeah, I protect Blur. I'm in a relationship with an idiot, apparently. You just need to leash him. Just tie him up for a bit. He'll be fine. Actually, I took a look at the. Oh wait. Actually, I took a look at the file earlier while the coffee was brewing. He seems genuinely concerned for Edgeworth. I mean, fair. He's like his bestie. Well, did you find out anything? The only evidence Dark left behind during that was during this final attack. His final attack? You mean when he killed Prosecutor Marshall? He was trying to protect some girl. Some girl. Well, me. It seems Detective Gumshoe never realized Emma was the girl. That's when he left the most incriminating evidence of all. Well, what was it? Oh, let's see. I think it had something to do with the murder weapon. Oh, I forgot. Look, it's all written somewhere here, okay? His powers of recollection never fail to impress. Maybe we should show him the murder weapon. It might jog his memory. Dark's crimes. Joe Dark was 42 at the time of the crime. He was just your run-of-the-mill businessman. Businessman? What made him take to serial killing? One day on his way home from work, he hit someone with his car. With his car? So, it was an accident? An accident, yes, but it transformed him into an animal. An animal? He killed the man that witnessed the attack. Then he killed the lady who saw the second crime. A kid walked by just then, so he killed him too. Then, when he was burying the bodies, a jogger came up on the scene and was killed as well. Finally, he turned himself in. Seems he was a pretty careless animal. Oh yikes. Of course, this is all conjecture. But there wasn't a single shred of evidence. So he turned himself in? Yes, but in the middle of his questioning, he fled and murdered his final victim. Prosecutor Marshall. That crime was witnessed by someone too, but luckily Dark was arrested on the spot. It's a good thing the last witness wasn't killed. That last witness, aka Emma. Yeah, I was gonna say. Leash care. Well, I explained how am I supposed to talk. It's gay. Call it theatre because always some kid ruins it. Noob. Let's just not get controversial in the chat. We can have a good time. Just maybe let's not mention the Twin Towers and exploding. You know, maybe let's leave that sort of stuff out of the window. You know, let's not touch that one. Pretty cool guy. I want to meet him. So I'm sorry for my own sake. Yeah, you know what? Like I said, everyone, just let us know if you need help. We'll just turn the stream on. Just be like, well. Okay, so now we have to present. What do we have to present? The murder weapon, which was what? What was the murder weapon? Here we go. About this. Hey, is that? It has a tag attached to it with labeled SL9 Instant on it. I believe this would be the broken murder weapon you were speaking of. What are you doing with that? Ever since the case was closed, the knife's been locked away in the locker. On the day Detective Goodman was murdered, it suddenly disappeared from the locker. It was found in Mr. Edgeworth's car's muffler. That's it. Now I remember what this incriminating piece of evidence was. When you showed me that knife, it all came back to me. Well, what was it, Detective? Quick, before you forget again. This knife. It was Joe Dark's, wasn't it? That's right. We traced it back to the store he bought it out. Plus, it had his fingerprints on it too. But no one actually witnessed him using the murder weapon, using it to murder anyone, right? That's where it's looked right now. When you take a good look at the knife, you'll see it's broken. You don't have to take a good look to notice that. Literally. Yeah, well, anyway. Take a guess where its broken tip of the knife was found. Was it found in Marshall's dead body? That's what did him in. Where was it? Yeah, I know. The victim, Neil Marshall, was carrying it inside his own body. It was found deep inside a stab wound. Did it match Dark's knife? You bet. Down to the last fiber. That's pretty conclusive. Neil's autopsy report. Stabbed in the back. Died from puncturing heart and lung. Knife tip was in the wound. See, what I'm thinking is, the way he fell over, how does Joe Dark stab Neil in the back? Because he was like... Neil was on top of Joe Dark, passed out. So, I mean, he could have swung round, but I still don't think that's enough, right? The knife, the broken tip was found on the body belonging to the murderer Joe Dark, yeah. That's what I mean. He was stabbed in the back, but I don't know how. Surely it was someone else. Well, there you have it in a nutshell. That's all I know. Can I ask you one more thing? What is it? If it's money you need, you should ask Chief Gant. It's not money, but it does concern the Chief. His office is a crime scene, right? It's where Prosecutor Neil Marshall was murdered. The Chief's out here, out now, and his office is locked. But we'd like to have a look around if that's okay. Well, any detective's ID card can unlock that door. What? Really? But I'll let a civilian. If I let a civilian in there, I'd be charged with breach of trust. Breach of trust? Simply put, I'd be canned. Oh. Sorry, pal. I don't plan on getting fired because of you. We're not just you. Yeah. How about this ID card? It was Detective Goodman's. That won't work either. The day it was deleted, the day he died. Oh. Wait, really? So in other words, Gumshoe is our only chance of getting into that office. I wonder if there's something we could show him that would make him change his mind. My theory, Dark stabbed Marshall in the back, so Marshall stumbled around in the dark, clearly out which dropped Dark and... maybe. He could have tripped over. I'm thinking, I'm really on this theory that Gant is the murderer, but is it possible that he's also the murderer here? Probably not, I just really want him to be. We're presenting the files. I've been studying up on these files. There's nothing wrong with Mr. Edgeworth's presentation. To think people accusing him of just... I for one ain't buying it, pal. You looked into the case for Mr. Edgeworth? Yeah, it was a pretty big deal when it was going on, you know. After all, a serial killer was on the loose. Bolano was pretty clear in her confession. She forged evidence in order to prove Geodark guilty. I'm just confused what evidence we need to show Gumshoe. This guy almost made us lose the case today. What are you talking about? He was guarding the bloodstain on that evidence locker with his life. That's more than you can say about most officers nowadays. It would have saved us a lot of trouble if he hadn't guarded it so well. I have to admit he's right though. Thanks to the Blue Badger, we were able to prove another possibility today. The possibility that another murder took place prior to 5:15 PM. We still don't like the Blue Badger. Only Paloma does. Okay. So, oh, we can present her the case files, right? Well, we'll do this. Oh wait, no. You don't want to react to that picture? I wouldn't say the Blue Badger's good. The Blue Badger helped in a way. Okay, February 24th, High Prosecutor's Office, room 1202. I wonder if Edgeworth is back yet. There he is. It looks like he's writing something. What are you doing here? He sure was quick to throw that paper on the floor. I was gonna say it's crumpled up there. 12th day in court, huh? I've had to pass the 2 years of room. I had to live the past 2 years of rumors flying around. What's another allegation to me? Cheer up, Mr. Edgeworth. I'm rooting for you. That's Edgeworth for you. Always trying to hide his real feelings. So, what do you want? Unlike some people, I don't have all day. Blue Badger's... Oh, not you too. You've been converted to the Blue Badger. There's no excuse for what I have done. 2 years ago, I used false evidence to obtain a guilty verdict. That's why it all breaks down to, and nothing I can do can erase the fact. But you didn't know, did you? I mean, the evidence was falsified. The police department and the prosecution office share a bond of trust. If that bond is broken, you stand to lose everything. The police department's error is my error. I am responsible as the prosecutor in charge. The fact remains the same, no matter what excuse I might have. Mr. Edgeworth, I take pride in my work. So tell me why. Why has it all come to this? Even Edgeworth can't keep the kind of emotion bottled up. Are you up for the trial tomorrow? First last year's trial, now this one? It seems all you do is worry about me. They're so banging. Well, they're not, but they will. To be honest, you're getting on my nerves. Mr. Edgeworth, you can't just walk out on the trial. Tomorrow's the last day. It's too late to change prosecutors. I'll bet that's what my superiors are banking on. I never thought that this case would come back to haunt me like this. What do you mean? The list of evidence. It seems too short. Most lists run twice as long. It's only half as long as most lists? That is odd. It might be... The evidence the list might be the other side of paper that Damon Gant put in his drawer, because it's the exact same icon, and I highly doubt the game would give you two different icons. Who is the other person? What are we talking about? Which person? Describe them. After Neil Marshall was murdered, I became prosecutor for the case. I may not have been part of the investigation, but I knew what I had to do. Use the evidence I was given to prove the suspect guilty. That was really the only thing on my mind at the time. Say, we just saw a picture taken around that time. That picture. Something seems strange about it. I need to put on that picture. Could you tell us again about what happened that day? The day Detective Goodman was murdered. You were participating in the ceremony of the station, right? I've never cared for ceremonies, but I have to attend one. That one. Because you were awarded this? This receiving awards can't exactly skip out on the ceremony. I finished up at the office in the morning, then drove to the police department. You finished up at the office? Yes, just odds and ends. Clerical stuff. I didn't plan on returning to the office that day. That is, until I was asked to take something back. Take something back? Oh, it's that screwdriver, right? Yeah. This. Oh yeah, Chief Gant asked you to hold on to it, didn't he? Yes, it was a piece of evidence in the case that was closed half a year ago. He asked me to bring it back to the prosecutor's office. That's the story we heard yesterday. Why does he have a jacket on the wall? Oh, you like Edgeworth style? Everyone does. Who's the other person who's been converted? Oh, Paloma. Paloma loves the Blue Badger. Paloma has fantasies about the Blue Badger. Okay, so Gant's involved. So you came back here to the prosecutor's office because the chief asked you to? That's right. Yeah, so the chief asked him to... Let's actually reinvestigate what this says. Wow, this jacket's even lacier than his usual one. This must be his lucky trial jacket. Lucky jacket, right? I've never seen him wear it. I'm sure there's a story by why it's in a frame. It's probably just because he looks sexy in it. Maybe I'll be naughty and take a picture. He's getting way too excited about this. There we go. Let's inspect this paper. I wonder what he was writing before. Come on, Mr. Wright. Let's take a look. Are you crazy? Edgeworth's standing right there. Just distract him. I'll check it out. Hey, Edgeworth. Let's make out. Is that Detective Gumshoe out the window? Oh no, he's falling to the ground. Hold on. First, let me see what the girl's doing crawling around my feet. He didn't even look. What? Letter of... If you're having trouble reading, I'll read it for you. It says letter of resignation. Edgeworth, no! Don't do it! Don't resign. We need you. My boy! Resignation? Edgeworth, you don't mean... I'm tired, right? I feel as if something inside me has died. Oh. Mr. Edgeworth, none of it's your fault. I know the path I've walked. You don't need to tell me. And the path I've walked hasn't been just one. I can't forgive myself for what I've done. And no one else should forgive me either. Uh-oh. I think he's serious. Mr. Wright, please, you have to do something. It's a letter of resignation. I wonder if I can use it for anything. Oh, we have to give that to Gumshoe. That's fine. Okay, so first of all, let's present this, because they told us to. But now the Blue Badger can take over. Maybe he just needs a break, like holiday. No, why? Honestly, he needs a holiday, yeah. I mean, obviously you two went around for this bit, but basically, the trial before this, he was suspected of murder anyway. This happens 2 months after, so he's been on a wild one. This picture was hanging on the wall of Chief Gant's office. Prosecutor Neil Marshall. Oh, yeah. He just started making a name for himself. He looked like he was taking... looks like this was taken when he received the King of Prosecutors trophy. Speaking of that, there's something that bothers me. Yes? The trophy Mr. Marshall is holding. It's a little different than yours. Yeah, it's literally missing the top bit. Yes, you're right. Ah, I remember now. Remember what? That was the official prosecutor's trophy looked like until 2 years ago. There's a story behind the design. A story? Sounds interesting. Would you mind telling it to us? It's simple, really. Contradiction. That's what the award is based on. It's like the Pokemon game, Pokemon Sword and Shield. There we go. That's the one. This award originates from an ancient Chinese tale. In Chinese, the word contradiction is written in two characters. The first means halberd, and the first means halberd, the second means shield. Have you heard this story? Me? Oh, sure. Everyone knows that. Why don't you tell it, though? For Emma's sake. Very well. We clearly don't know. Long ago in the kingdoms of Chu, there was an armor merchant. One day he presented the king with two items. The first was a halberd he claimed could slice through any shield or armor. The second was a shield he claimed could withstand any weapon. Wait a minute. Those claims contradict each other. Very perceptive. But then again, you've heard this story before, right? Anyway, as you mentioned, the very description of these items discredit them both. When the king pointed this out, the merchant was left speechless, and thus the Chinese word for contradiction was born. What an idiot. Oh, I see, so the chipped shield and broken knife symbolize. Precisely so. They symbolize the merchant's items. The ancient tale ends with the merchant at a loss for words, but it's our nature to pursue matters to their own conclusion, even if the result is something as ugly as this. Wow, thanks Mr. Edgeworth. I learned something new today. That's funny. If that's so, then why are you only given a shield? You'll have to ask Chief Gant. 2 years ago he had a halberd part of the award abolished. It's got something to do with the murder. Oh my god, wait. Is it possible, right? Is it possible that this end of the knife is actually the murder weapon? Am I being stupid? Like, you know the end of this sword, because it snapped off here in this one. Maybe that thing is what stabbed him. I don't know. I'm trying to think. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see what it does. Oh, I didn't mean to inspect. I meant to carry on. Chief Gant. Getting a prosecutor's trophy updated. That's fine. Okay, so now we talk to Gumshoe. No, we don't. February 24th, prosecutor's office, underground parking lot. Excuse me. Oh, hi, Angel. Would either of you care for a quarter pound of roast beef? You can make a burger out of that. Miss Star, I guess she's out of lunches. You certainly are the curious sort, aren't you? Kind of like the first person who sucked a cow's nipple to discover— What? Excuse me, Angel Star. That's a bit weird. That's kind of sus, Angel Star. Still, I never thought you'd go digging up the case from 2 years ago. Everyone in the trial was involved in the SL9 incident. Not only that, but the murders occurred on the very day the evidence from the case was due for transferal. This can't all be attributed to a mere coincidence. Aren't you forgetting something? You know, it's a little scene I have to witness. The instant Lana stabbed Detective Goodman with a knife. No matter how much the past you dig up, it won't change what I saw. Roast beef is meant to be savoured when eaten. Miss Star's hatred towards Lana. It all dates back to 2 years ago. It's probably the fact that she got her fired. Joe Dark. That's a name I'll not soon forget. We trailed him for half a year. Oh, the pressure. Still, I don't think I was ever more alive than I was then. Those days were steaming than a bowl of hot gravy. Poor old Jake Marshall, though. Must have been going through hell. You mean because of his brother's death? They were close, those two. After Neil died, something took over Jake. He became obsessed. Seeing Jake like that made her all the more desperate. Her? Lana Skye. Yeah. My sister? The best of the best were put to the SL9 case. Of course, they were led by a legendary duo. Oh, these two. Lana and Chief Gant? That legendary pair was the reason we were able to keep up our investigation. That's why we were so shocked over how it turned out. You mean with the forging of evidence? Don't get me wrong, Joe Dog got what he deserved. Still, it was obvious the evidence produced in the court was being manipulated. Items our team never found would suddenly appear, while other items were kept secret. But you don't have proof anything illegal was done? I'm proof enough of what happened. That's why she got fired. After the case, all of us, save Goodman, were relieved of our duties, with most without even so much as an explanation. Then Lana got transferred to the prosecutor's office and became chief prosecutor. Lana always wanted to be a prosecutor. Nothing's quite as simple as it appears. Huh? Lana Sky was merely being used as a pawn. That's my take on the matter. Yeah, I think she's right. I think the whole reason why Lana's so like I've done it is because she's being blackmailed. She was being used. Damon Gant and Lana Sky. Stop showing this picture. Gant led the investigation with Lana second in command. They were the best. Solved all kinds of cases together, didn't they? Damon Gant's magnetism in particular was most unreal. His magnetism? By that I mean his ability to attract evidence. He forged it. He produced the most incredible evidence in the case he handled. Incredible evidence? You mean... Oh yes, there were rumours about him even back then. No one dared confront him though. I take it she's talking about forged evidence. Back then, everyone looked up to Lana. All the detectives wanted to be like her. Really? Oh yes, myself included. I was a fool really. Yeah, she has a grudge against her. She hated anything crooked and always watched out for the other detectives. That's why she was so concerned for Jake. Mr. Marshall. When Jake's brother was murdered, she felt as if she lost her own brother. If it wasn't for her, I don't think Jake would have ever recovered from his shock. That's what makes it all the more infuriating. The start. That's why I'll never be able to forgive her. Yeah, there we go. Why did she have to turn so cold after that? Lana transferred... Oh, wait. Wrong voice. Lana transferred to the prosecutor's office 2 years ago, right? Didn't she? Yes. Thanks to Chief Gant's powerful influence. Chief? That's right. Having solved the SI incident, his position as chief was secured. There was only one thing left for him to control. And then no one could stand in his way. There was that being Lana. The prosecutor's office. What? You mean that's why Lana was transferred? If he could control the chief prosecutor, he could control the prosecution's office. That must be his goal all along. But how could he control Lana? I don't know, but one thing's for sure. Ever since that case ended, she's never been the same. It's only logical to conclude. There must be a reason for her change. At last. I'm finally getting close to the bottom of this ugly mess. Thank you, mister. You listen to me, rookie. It takes more than just ingredients to create the finest cuisine. I hope you turn out to be a better chef than I've been. Oh wait, I've presented that to her. Yeah. Let's go inside. Let me drink as well. February 24th, Police Station Criminal Affairs Department. Oh, you're back. You're still here? I've got to make 150 copies of these files. Brewing coffees, copying files. I'm turning into a regular DJ. You're a DJ as well? If I'm not mistaken, I think he means desk jockey. Oh, that DJ. Wait, who's she talking about? I gotta admire your persistency, but my answer's still no. I'm not letting you into the chief's office, period. It'd be my neck on the line. That office is the last crime scene of the S9 incident. I have to take a look at him though. There's got to be something we can do to make the detective change his mind. Yeah, it's present this resignation letter, because he's a fanboy of Edgeworth, but aren't we all? I want to read this actually. Oh, we can't. Can we read it? Due to recent events, I hereby announce my resignation as public prosecutor. He really wrote a resignation letter. Wow, even when resigning, Mr. Edgeworth is cool and concise. I burped, I'm so sorry. Still, it wasn't his fault. Someone had to be held responsible. That's how it is in the grown-up world. Yeah, but that responsibility means nothing if he just quits. Well, not everyone sees it that way. To truly take responsibility, you should have to work the rest of your life for no pay. I don't know about that one, Emma. That's one tough grown-up world, though. She just said everyone works for free. Oh god, I just saw Dave's message. Oh wait, I've just inspected it again, lol. Yikes. Okay, well, we present that. What's this crumpled up piece of paper? No way! Mr. Edgeworth can't be serious. Is he ever not serious? I can't believe they've pushed him this far. Mr. Edgeworth really feels responsible. When I first met him, I thought he was as cold as ice too. But I know different now. He trusts us, detective, to provide evidence, provide him with sound evidence. But we betrayed him. Detective. Aww. I love their friendship. It's very one-sided. That's it. I made up my mind. But here, take my ID card. We can't do that. If someone finds out, they won't let you off the hook with another lost item report. Look at me. It's no secret I'm already out of the loop. After all, I'm friends with Mr. Edgeworth. Depending on how this case turns out, I may already be as good as terminated. What? So at least let me do this. For Mr. Edgeworth's sake. Gumshoe. I don't want to do this because it's going to get him fired. Alright, detective, thank you. Let's just hope we don't get caught. Let's just inspect his ID badge. Oh, we can't anyway, love that. Honestly, we love Gumshoe. He's done all of this just because he cares about Edgeworth. February 24th, Police Department Chief's Officer. Here goes, Mr. Wright. Look. Beep. Beep. Oh dear, I'm glad you weren't here for when I had to voice the parrot. My god. That was fun. We're in. If anyone finds us now, Detective Gumshoe's a goner. If that happens, I'm counting on you to bail me out. Eee! Gah! Just slap him again. Sorry, I thought you were a ghost. I didn't even know you could slap a ghost. Ah, Detective Gumshoe. What are you doing here? Sneaking up on us like that. I wasn't sneaking. I was just worried something might go wrong. What came to? If you're here, then what's the point of giving us your ID card? Yeah, honestly. Wait. Gumshoe's ID crushed and rendered unusable in pocket. What do you mean? Hey, don't do that to my card. Yeah, why did we just break his card? I hardly ever get the chance to come in here. So I figured I'd have a look around myself. Besides, we're all in this together now. Now, he was just here because he didn't want us to get in trouble. Which means fair. Gumshoe's great. You really do want to get, fired, don't you? Now if we're lucky, now come on, let's see what we can find. I've got a bad feeling about this. That desk on the other side of the room. Was that your sister's? Yes, that's where I was waiting for Lana. On that day 2 years ago. Is anyone using it now? No, sir. This is entirely Chief Gant's office now. He practices a strict policy of preserving the crime scene. That's a strange reason to leave it, though. He leaves it as a warning to everyone else. He wants us to always be alert. He told us so himself at our New Year's party. Of course, he was pretty intoxicated at the time. I see. So, ever since Lana left, no one has ever touched the desk. No one except Chief Gant. And the cleaning lady who's in each morning. The cleaning lady is the killer. Still, 2 years has passed since the incident. There can't possibly be any clues remaining. Can I ask you something? Sure. You only came in here to look around, right? Because it's one of the SL9 crime scenes. I mean, that's your only reason for coming in here, isn't it? Why do you ask? You don't think? Nah, you wouldn't be. No. No, there's no way. Never mind. Don't worry about it. Okay. Now then, let's look around a bit more. Hey, hold on. Not so fast, buddy. Huh? What is this? What is it? When someone tells you don't worry about it, it's supposed to stop bothering you, pal. Phoenix is just like, I don't care. You don't just let it go like that. I kind of understand that though, because the amount of times people are like, I'm fine, I don't want to talk about it, and then we'll gladly talk about it. Sorry. This guy's starting to get on my nerves. Phoenix, don't get annoyed at him. After all he's done for us, we cannot get annoyed at him. Okay, so what's bothering you? You two don't think Chief Gant might be a suspect, do you? Yes, we do. Yes, we do think that. Wait, what? He's right, Mr. Wright. What do you think of him? I think he's stupid looking. Chief Gant? So it's finally come to this. What do I think of him? Perhaps it's best I don't divulge my feelings yet. There you go, ignore me again. We weren't ignoring you. So, right to left. This is the real deal, isn't it? The armor on these weapons? These weapons? Sure is, pal. The chief doesn't care for imitations. First the pipe organ, now this armor. Do you know how many taxpayer dollars must have gone into this room? What? You mean we're paying for this? That's it. I'm not paying 1 cent of my taxes. You don't have any taxes to pay. I was gonna say. She's a child. Why would she have taxes? I thought I just heard a voice. I thought I was still in my Discord chat call, and I was very worried. Oh well, that's fine. Shh. Be careful what you say. Who knows? The chief may be hiding in the armor as we speak. I don't think he'll fit in there. Even if he did, he'd never be able to get back out. Cut it out, you guys. Cut it out. You guys don't know how scary that guy can be. What's this? No, that's... Okay, there we go. Wow. Look at the size of the Chief Gant's desk. Speaking of that, when we were here earlier... Oh, it's you two. Chief Gant. But that paper he was reading in his desk. Yeah, I think that's the extra evidence list, like, Edgeworth was talking about. I wonder what he's reading. This looks like a list of evidence. Yeah, thank you. List of evidence? In most cases, the list runs twice as long as this, though. Hey, look at the case name. Huh? I saw an incident. I wonder what this is doing here. Hold on, detective. What did you just say? I said, I wonder what... No, about evidence lists. Normally they're twice as long. That's right. I guess there wasn't a lot of evidence. Half-size list of evidence. List of evidence. It seems too short. Most lists run twice as long. How convenient. What would the other half of the list be doing here? I knew it. Chief must be hiding something about the case. It would appear so. Oh, so, yeah. This is a safe, isn't it? Safe. The word is ripe with intrigue. Oh, okay, if you say so. It looks like a code needed to enter the panel to open it. A 7-digit number. I think I might know what it is. Do you know what it is? I have a hunch. Oh, I know. You want to try my birthday? It's... I have a better idea. Here goes nothing. I want to try 7777. Because that's the missing ID number. Well, that's the ID number, that's the one. Yep, we got it. He's the person who went in to the evidence room. Bingo. What number did you enter? Whose birthday was it, Val? 77777777. Final ID card on that record. What? The number of the mysterious executive officer who entered the room that day. You mean 7777? That ID number? I think you're 17 shy this time. There's can only be one thing. That's Chief Gant's ID number. Say, anyone care to look inside? Examine. Is there any money in there? How much does he have stashed away? Look, it's the missing piece. It's the missing vase piece. A shard from broken cup. The somewhere looks familiar. Where have I seen this before? There's something else in there too. Oh, what's this? It looks like a piece of leather cloth. Interesting. That's a handprint, isn't it? Hey, I saw someone wearing a shirt like that once. You think the chief made up that design? I don't think so. Oh, well, it was just a thought. Is that it? Is that all that was in the safe? Apparently so. It's empty now. This is probably just evidence. It's a cloth with a handprint on it. And a broken shard from the cup. They look like pieces of evidence. Yeah, but unless you can prove they have something to do with the case. Right, I can't just let you take them. After all, it's my neck on the line now. Great. Now I have to prove their relevancy to Gant. How are these pieces relevant to the SR9 incident? Well, we know how. Come on. There's got to be something we can show the detective. Present... So we'll present the vase first. Detective Gumshoe, could you have another look at this jar? I remember when the three of us put it back together. Ah, those were the days. It's kind of early to be nostalgic. That was literally earlier in the day. Wasn't this jar a piece of evidence from that case? That's right. One shot from there had the SL9 incident sticker on it. Ah, come on, let's go. This is what I'm going to be doing in my job. Right? This is what I'm going for. That's why I'm picking cybersecurity at uni. Doesn't this ring a bell? You know, that fragment we just found. You mean this one? That was in the safe? Yeah, that one. That was in the safe. And you mention it, it's ringing a lot of bells. Let's see if it fits. There's some fragments. Here, let me take that shard. I'll take a crack at this. Go ahead, pal. Show us what we can do. Mr. Wright, here's some glue. If I can piece this together again, it'll prove Chief Gant was knowingly hiding evidence. Here goes. Surely we're just putting it back on. Oh, what? I pressed rotate last second, oops. There we go. There's blood on it. Well, we knew there was blood on it, but there's now more blood on it. There, it fits like a charm. That, of course, means Chief Gant willingly and knowingly hid a piece of this jar in a safe. In other words, he concealed a piece of evidence from the SI incident. But, hey guys, get a load of this. What's that? What is it? This piece you just attached. It's different from the others. Got blood on it. There's a reddish line on it. A reddish line? That's blood. I don't get it. Why would Chief Gant hide this in a safe? Stable jar. Right. Blood. I don't think you're ready for this, Dave. Look at that bloodstain, right? That spells out Emma. Look. There's an E here. An M here. That's the A. Something about Emma on this jar. Oh dear, that's not good. Looks like blood. The piece the chief had is different though. The bloodstains on the other pieces are just spots. But this one's a line. That is odd. That fully spells out Emma. That's worrying. Huh. Interesting. What was the other one I needed to present? I've forgotten. I'm just gonna examine more. The Chief's organ sure is a sight to behold. Occasionally we hear him playing it from the Criminal Affairs Department. That's on the 2nd floor, and this is the 15th floor on an entirely different building. When a detective screws up, the Chief calls them to his office and makes them listen to the organ for hours. What's so bad about that? Music soothes the soul. After that, the detective can't hear anything for days except the ringing in their ear. So it's an instrument of punishment, literally. But aren't the Chief's ears affected? He never listens to anyone anyway. That's besides the point. Love that. This was taken on the day 2 years ago. The day Joe Dark ran out of questioning room and tried to kill Emma. After receiving his award trophy, Mr. Marshall took a picture. Then went along to Chief Gant to question Dark. I bet he never knew he'd be dead just a few hours later. Gee, you think? These shelves are mostly empty. Lana must have cleaned them when she was transferred over to the prosecutor's office. There's a small picture frame on the left shelf. Hey, that's when Lana and I used to go, went to that theme park. Aww. Look at this giant window. Makes you want to crash through and jump outside. This is the 15th floor. I know, I'm just saying. Saying what? Ever since making Detective, I always dreamed about doing something like that. That was something cool. Note to self, Detective Gumshoe has a lot of dreams. So long as he doesn't go crashing through that window when he gets fired. Don't say that. This is Lana's desk. It's all tidy. Lana's always been a meticulous cleaner. There's not even any dust on it. Looks like someone's still keeping it clean. Has Lana ever come back in? No. Chief Gant must keep it clean in memory of their partnership. They were stuff of legends were made of. Does he keep it in memory of her or in memory of the crime? True. This mark looks like some kind of flower. Word is, the designers left the insignia on the prosecutor's badge. Prosecutor's badge? Yeah, like the one hanging from your collar. What? They have badges too? The design's supposed to portray the severity of the punishment system. Now you mention it, it does look all pointy and kind of painful. But Mr. Edgeworth never wears his badge. That's because he's a sharp dresser. A badge like that wouldn't go too well with his outfit. So sharp dressers don't need to wear badges? I guess everyone just kind of lets it slide. I don't see how that's supposed to signify severe punishment. Yeah, if it's severe punishment, why are we letting it slide? The safe. What else did we find in that? I can't remember. Oh, the lever. Do we have the lever in our court record? Where's that lever gone? I want to do samples on it. I'm guessing we are still supposed to be in there, but I'm going to look around quickly and see if there's anything else we have to do. Probably not. Oh, Edge, if only you knew what we were doing for you right now. So we clearly need to examine the cloth. I just don't know how to. Is there anything in this room I'm missing? Anything? Talk. We'll probably have to present him something. Can we present this actually? No. Can we just present the actual vase now that's combined? I feel a lot better now that this jar's complete. But it only raises another question. What was the piece of it doing in the chief's safe? More importantly, why wasn't there any money in there? What, isn't that what safes are for anyway? I have a feeling the outcome of tomorrow's trial might just hinge on this. Oh, you know Officer Marshall? Of course I do. He was just like a mentor to me. When I first started out, he even gave me a small cactus. Really? Said Dick, she'll listen to all your troubles. Intercept, Detective Gumshoe talks to Cactus. Hard to believe he's just a patrolman now. Someone wants to trade places with him. What? Why are you looking at me like that? Oh, because he's been arrested now. This is, the reason why I skipped through that is because this is normally, well, this is probably the dialogue that it's like when you present to someone that isn't relevant, so this is going to be relevant probably. I've been studying up those files. Nothing wrong with Mr. Edgeworth's presentation. Two people accusing him of injustice. I ain't, for one, ain't buying it, pal. You're looking into the case for Mr. Edgeworth. Oh, we've actually read this one more. I'm lost. No, that's fine. Sure. Present the autopsy report? No, that's fine. Oh wait, surely we just present this evidence list. Sorry, I forgot about that. That's what the chief was reading before, isn't it? You know, when we first came in here. Yeah, it looks like the right side of the form's been torn off. So Mr. Edgeworth's list is really the only half in the whole thing. Something else is bugging me more than that. Take a look at the back of the form, pal. The back? Oh, wait. Oh god. What the hell? Oh, this is Emma's drawing. You know when she was like, oh, I've done a drawing, guys. I wonder what this is. It looks like someone drew the kind of sketch here. What is it? Did you find something? I can't make it out. I'd better keep quiet about it for now. What do you mean? Oh, it's nothing. Why are your eyes moving about like that, Mr. Wright? I better not forget about this picture. Why are we not telling Emma? We know. Oh, that's so annoying. Okay. Let's get to Edgeworth. On parking lot, move. Head prosecutor's office. We then present this. Right, please. I'm the prosecutor. Oh wait, what? What? No. We literally. What? We're literally showing him the other side of this piece of paper. No. What? Okay, maybe we don't move. Maybe we do just stay in there. Because bear in mind, this is supposed to be quick, like while we're in the office. There's no way we're moving backwards and forwards. So let's just go back inside. We're missing something. Hey, that's it. That's the King of Prosecutors award that Mr. Edgeworth got the other day. Were you at the award ceremony, Detective Gumshoe? Of course, pal. I got an award for diligence. What's up? Oh. All this is the same stuff. What am I missing? This knife belongs to the murderer, Jack Duck, right? You bet. If it wasn't for that piece of evidence, he would have been found guilty. The broken tip of the knife was found inside the victim's body. As soon as the case has been solved, the knife's been in Detective Gumman's locker. How could it have possibly gone in Mr. Edgeworth's car? Not only that, but it was wrapped in Lana's scarf. What's even more mysterious is whether that's called a scarf or a muffler. Oh wow. Answer me that, pal. Well, now we know this is Gant, but that's fine. That's the ID card record, isn't it? Yes. There's only one number left to investigate at 4:20 PM. Yeah, we knew this. Yeah. Someone with the executive officer number. We know it's. That's 17 too many. Oh, I've done this the wrong way around, lol. That's fine. We've done that one already, that's fine. I don't examine this. I can't. Am I missing something? It better not be that. You can see pretty far from the 15 stories up. If you were to drop that suit of armor from here, at first the chief wanted us to use stained glass for this window. Really? Why didn't he? He said he changed his mind because he wouldn't be able to see the view. Oh. Stained glass or not, it's a huge window. That was fine. We've done this one too. Where is everything else? I'm so lost. Like, what evidence have we actually gone through now? Oh no. I actually don't know. I feel like I'm... I don't know. Where is this cloth that we're supposed to investigate to, by the way? Hmm? I just present this to Edgeworth, not Edgeworth, Gumshoe. Detective Gumshoe, I'd like you to have a look at this. Really? Hey, I know what this is. So you want to take some fingerprints? That's a great idea, Detective. Alright, good start. Sheesh. What are you doing? Why are you sticking your hands out like that? Go ahead, take my fingerprints. It's not your fingerprints we wanted to take. Huh? Oh, come on, this isn't time for jokes. We're talking about the cloth that we found in the safe. I was gonna say, I couldn't find the cloth anywhere, so that makes sense now. Oh, here. I knew that. The one with the handprint on it, right? Sheesh, what's your sense of humor? That makes way more sense. Okay, Mr. Wright, let's check for prints. Sprinkle the powder on the cloth. And once they've been absorbed into the prints, blow the rest away. Why are you my mom? I have to be told a million times. Alright, let's get this over with. This one looks the clearest. Let's hope that that covers something. There we go. First try. Meekins, Mont Marshall, Bruce Goodman, no. Become Shoe by the Sky. It's Emma's fingerprints. Okay, yikes. Oh dear. Not what I expected, honestly. Not what I expected. That's two pieces of evidence incriminating Emma. No, how can this be? Why are Emma fingerprints doing it? Hey, you found a match? Whose fingerprints were they? Huh? Oh, it seems the prints are too old. They aren't clear enough to get a match. Oh, that's too bad. I thought they'd be dark prints. Psst, hey you, over here. What's going on here? What are the kids' prints doing inside the chief's safe? You asked me. Let's just keep this information from Em for now. Here. Maybe we should hold on to this. Piece of cloth added. Nice. Well, was I any help? Of course. Thank you for your ID card. We ought to get some hard evidence. Now, it's not very kind, is it? In other words, if it wasn't the ID card, he would have been useless. Yeah, I knew it. Isn't that right, you in the coat? Eeh! Chief Gant! We didn't think you'd be back so soon. Fortunately, I'm a man who believes in signs. As I was walking to my meeting, I happened to look out the window and saw a stray dog running right into a pole. Just then, I thought of a certain detective. Oh dear. Do you mean me, sir? Now then, I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you all to leave. Yes, sir. Sorry. Oh, you in the coat. Me, sir? Drop off your ID on the way out. Oh. You won't be needing it anymore. But, sir. Now get out. Yes, sir. Oh. He's just been fired. We'll be on our way too, then. Wait. You, the one without the spiky hair. Don't go yet. But me, sir? I'd like a word with you. But, sir, I'm not a licensed scientific investigator yet. You, with the spiky hair, you're free to go. But, Mr. Wright! I'm sorry, I'm not leaving. Well, apparently we did. Why did we leave without Emma? Look, pal, if I told you once, I've told you 1,000 times. The chief's office is off limits. But no, you just had to go in there and sneak off like that, didn't you? But you said you didn't care anymore if you were fired. Yeah, but if I knew it'd be like this, I never would have said it. Now that I've seen the evidence that Chief Gant was hiding in his office, I think I'm finally starting to get a picture. But why is why is she kept eerily silent about it this whole time? Anyway, are you listening to me? I'm gonna try to smooth things over again with Chief again. Later, pal. After all, I heard from Emma. She said the police wanted to ask her some questions, so she's been busy for the rest of the day. Interesting. February 24th, detention center, visitor's room. I'm just gonna save for now because we've done a lot. Yeah, that's good to know. Okay. I see. So the chief asked for Emma to come in for questioning. He's no use thinking about it. Tomorrow's the final day of the court. I'm committed to doing everything I can to defend you, which is why I'm here. But I've already told you all I can. What you told me over these past couple of days is absolutely nothing. Not a single useful thing. Oh, really? I believe I did mention something quite important. Something I told you right at the beginning. I said I was the one who stabbed Detective Goodman. You know, I think I finally figured it out. I know who it is that's lurking behind your words. Ooh! I mean, it's pretty obvious, right? It's obviously Gant. How we can prove that, I'm not sure, but we'll see how it goes. Ooh. What's this? Okay, never mind. I was just reading the different Discord. Nothing's happened. That's all good. Mia did a good job mentoring you. I'm rather jealous. Oh, that was nice of her for once. It seems Edgeworth was right. Edgeworth? Once you're convinced you know something, no one can persuade you otherwise. Thick-headed is the term he used, I believe. Yep. Now's my chance to get to tell me the rest of the story. We are thick. Showing evidence isn't going to do me any good now. I've got to get Lana to tell me everything she's hiding. Mr. Wright? You're evolving by leaps and bounds. I'm starting to see the hunger in your eyes. Okay. Keep him quiet. I have to admit, I was more than a little perplexed at first. You insisted you did it, yet there was no incriminating evidence. That's when it hit me. It's not like you're unwilling to tell the truth. It's that you're incapable of doing so because of a certain individual. What an intriguing notion. A certain individual, you say? Do you think I'm protecting this person? Protecting? No, I think afraid of is more like if I'm not mistaken, the person in question may have persuaded you to silence. For argument's sake, Mr. Wright, who may I ask of this person you're speaking of? The one I'm supposedly so frightened of. What is this person's name? How convenient, it's already here. Well, Miss Guy, Mr. Wright, you are addressing the chief prosecutor. Don't forget your place. I take it she's not ready to spill the beans. My apologies. Could you please tell me a little bit more about what you think you know? We were partners 2 years ago. I respected him as a detective. Assuming he is respectable, then tell me something. Why would he try and hide his crimes? His crimes? Both of you and Edgeworth will be brought before a board of inquiry for what you did. Specifically, hiding and forging evidence. Of course, these are serious offences. Why is it, though, that Chief Gant's name is never mentioned? Chief Gant? Edgeworth didn't know the truth behind the forgery. The only party who could have possibly tampered with the evidence was me. I had access because I was second in command of that investigation. Yes, you, but also one other, Damon Gant. If you intend not to accuse Detective Gant, you'll need more than just words. Show me proof that Chief Gant falsified evidence in that case. Oh wait, it's the evidence list, right? I just found this in the safe in the chief's office. What? This jar piece and this piece of cloth. Do you know what these are? They're pieces of evidence from the Aston Line incident. The person concealing evidence was none other than Chief Gant himself. Now tell me, why are you taking all the blame for him? Touché, Mr. Wright. It's as you surmised. I cannot disobey the Chief's order. Even if that means being found guilty for murder. Why not? Come now, Mr. Wright. You can't possibly expect me to be able to tell you that. 3 days ago, I had no choice but to cooperate. Oh! So she hasn't been under control this whole time. I thought that was the whole point. I thought she's like been blackmailed since the very beginning. And has like, you know, just been under control all the time. It's just 3 days ago? In the murder of Detective Goodman? Or perhaps I should say, follow orders. Yes, that's more accurate than cooperate. Although I can't tell you the details, I can say that I was given an order that day. I need you to dispose of Bruce Goodman's body. Oh. See. Then he's definitely the murderer. He is definitely the murderer. You'll find it inside the trunk of Miles Edgeworth's car. Just as I suspected. Despite what everyone believes, you were not the one that murdered Detective Goodman. Correct. I was trying to take the body out of Edgeworth's car. The trunk's lock was broken. Then I discovered the murder weapon while inspecting the body. The murder weapon? You mean Edgeworth's knife? No. When I found the body, this was the knife stuck in it. Oh! Ooh, okay, so he was stabbed with the SL9 knife. Knife from the SL9 incident? Serial killer Joe Dark's knife? I couldn't just leave that knife in him, so I took it out and stabbed him with another. Oh. Okay, so that's the stabbing motion. That would be Edgeworth's knife? That's right. Even then, even though he was already dead, my hands were shaking at the thought of stabbing him. That's why I ended up cutting my hand. Ow! How does that even happen? And that's the reason for the bandage on your right hand. Yes. It seems I got blood on the victim's shoe as well. And then she saw me just as I plunged the knife in. Miss Star, huh? Miss Star wasn't lying, that's fine. Why did you need to hide Dark's knife so badly? That's true. It took a lot of work to finally close the Dark case 2 years ago. It was over with. I didn't ever want it to be opened again. My intent was to prevent that by whatever means possible. Oh, because if that was used, then it would be reopened. That makes sense. So, you hid Dark's knife. The weapon used to stab the detective was evidence in the Joe Dark case. If word got out, which it would, the reporters would have a field day with that. So you were wrapping the knife in your scarf and hid it, okay. In Edgeworth's exhaust pipe? Right. Then I called my sister to tell her what happened, and to ask her to hide the knife that was inside my muffler. You asked Emma? I didn't want anyone on the force to know about this. That would explain why Emma is so confident. about Lana's innocence. Speaking of phone calls, I had a bad feeling about one of them that day. A bad feeling? The truth is, after I received those orders from Chief Gant, the first thing I did was make a phone call. A phone call to Patrolman Jake Marshall. Oh, to Marshall? Why on earth would you call him? The lead investigator for the SL9 incident had been murdered. I wanted that fact to be kept hidden. I needed help. He was the only other person I could trust, or at least I thought I could trust him at the time. However, it seems that after I spoke to him, he went off on an escapade of his own. Oh, you mean not wanting the case to die, he decided to take things into his own hands. He disguised himself as Detective Gunman and tried to steal the evidence. He already stolen the card ID. He already stolen the card ID, but it seems he still hadn't made up his mind to break into the evidence room. That's my phone call. Any remaining doubts he must have disappeared. So your phone call caused the incident in the evidence room. Yeah, so it's your fault, Lana. We love that. Lana, why would you do that? God. I'm afraid that's all I can tell you. Lana, you've earned my respect, Mr. Wright. Both as a defense attorney and an investigator. Now please, don't pursue this any further in court tomorrow. Lana's trial, there's only one way to drive off Lana's demons. I've got to get to the bottom of everything. Detective Gunman's real murderer. And what went down in the chief's office 2 years ago. Interesting. Yeah, because that was heavy. That was a big one. That's nearly 2 hours of just investigating again. And this time we didn't even get lost that much. It was just long. Okay, it's just turned, well, it's barely midnight. It's like 17 minutes until I could start the trial. Do I start the trial or do I end it at a reasonable time, please? Paloma, hello, welcome back. Well, you know what, Paloma, because you're here, we'll carry on. Unless you're busy, then I can end it here. But while you tell me how schoolwork's going, I'll tell you what's happened. So, essentially, we went to Edgeworth and we discussed about, obviously, the case, and we figured out that he's actually resigning. No, I can stay, Paloma. I was just wondering if I should stream longer, and conveniently you came back just now, so it works out, so I'll stay on. No, I don't. It's not even, it's literally just not even, wait, what am I saying? It's not even midnight yet, so I can carry on playing, it's all good. I want to get a decent way into this trial anyway, because I know this is going to be a big one. But yeah, basically, so Edgeworth is resigning, and then we told Detective Gumshoe that, and we basically got kicked out of Damon Gant's office, but Gumshoe helped us get in because he realised that Edgeworth was going to quit. And we found evidence that proves that Gant is probably involved with concealing the SL9 incident and blackmailing Lana. So we asked Lana, and Lana admitted that she hasn't murdered Goodman. She was blackmailed, and Gant actually told her to move his dead body. So it's looking like it's Gant, which, I mean, thank God, we might be right. Unless it's the flipping cleaner of all people, like just randomly. But I think we were pretty much on the line of it being Gant. Oh, and another big thing. So we figured out that Gant was the first person that went into the evidence room. You know, that 77777 guy. But inside his safe, that's how we broke into it, and we figured out that he was 7. We found the missing jar piece. So you know how we had that like unstable jar? We found the missing piece for that, and we found a piece of cloth, and both of them incriminate Emma. So that's going to be fun. So, yeah, knowing this, we're going to be trying to defend Lana. Then we'll propose it's Gant, and then he'll bring out, oh, it's actually Emma, and then we'll have to defend Emma for a bit. I won't be sweating. It'll be a long one. So, we should just get into it. I need to judge my classmates' poor writing decisions. That's really hard because, I need to judge my classmates' poor writing decisions, and it's really hard because they kind of suck at it, but they're nice people. I don't want to be rude. Well, to be fair, as long as you're constructive with it, like, don't be like, this is bad. Just be like, oh, you could have done this better. Or, oh, instead of this, try this. I don't know how, like, you have to, like, do it as an exercise where it's like, oh, what's wrong with it, what's good with it. But as long as you do a thing called a compliment sandwich where you say one, like, a good thing about it, and then say, like, it's why it's bad and how you improve it. So be like, oh, I really like how you've laid out your essay or whatever. However, I feel like you can, neaten up the language or make it feel a bit more sophisticated. However, it's a really good piece of writing. Or like, oh, I really like what you've done here. So, make it, start off nice, have a middle bit where you're like, yeah, it's kind of crap. Don't just say that. And then have another compliment at the end. But I get what you mean about not being rude. We always had to do that in high school. Like, they'd make us judge each other's work, and then you'd literally have to do a compliment sandwich, they called it. And then I have a group project video due tomorrow that I need to record. Oh, God. That's going to be awful. You have to record a video? Does it have to be like everyone join it together? Or do you just have to record it? That second project's group's a bunch of holes. Yeah, that sounds about right for a group presentation. Well, to be fair, Plum, if you need to drop off anyway to do that, then feel free. I don't feel the need to stay on, but I will probably just carry on streaming for a bit longer anyway. February 25th, 9:47 AM, District Court Defendant Lobby number 2. They're driving me nuts. I can imagine my group were driving me nuts for my group presentation. This is a defendant lobby, alright, but there's no defendant. I've been trying to reach Lana all morning. Where could she be? And where's Emma, for that matter? It almost seems as if something's been happening behind the scenes. Oh, something's been happening behind the scenes. Edgeworth. Knowing you, you've already figured it out. Who's the owner of the 7777777 ID card, ID number is, that is? Well, I have a pretty strong hunch. Yeah, it's this bish. Looks like I'm not the only one who's figured it out. The only reason this trial didn't reach a verdict yesterday is because there was still room for doubt regarding this ID record. If the number does belong to whom you suspect, then no doubt will remain. After all, he hasn't been officially charged with anything. True? And yeah, in any event, once all doubt has been removed from the list, I can call for a ruling. 5 minutes, right? And Chief Prosecutor Sky will be found guilty. But she didn't do it. I figured you'd say as much. So I came here, to hear what you have to say. This is the first time he's ever done something like this. Lana's hiding something, and the only way we'll ever know the truth is to draw it out of her. The truth? The truth? Everything goes back to the SL9 incident. Don't be stupid. Today's the last day of the trial. We don't have time to reminisce about the past. That depends on you. If she's found guilty, you'll lose your only chance to find out what really happened. Oh, I'll think about it. I'll listen to it and not be paying attention. I'll rewatch it tomorrow. Of course, no worries, Paloma. Just keep on in the background. It's all good. We can just vibe. Saying that, I have nearly reached 2 hours. So this would be a good chance to end it. We can do the intro of the trial. I'll see how it goes. See you in court, right? Because yeah, if you need to do group work, I might as well let you go. This is it. If I'm ever going to find out what Chief Gant has on her, it's now. February 25th, 10 AM, District Court, courtroom number 9. 9. Where's Emma? Court is now in session for the trial of Ms. Lana Sky. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Prosecution is ready, Your Honor. Normally when this prosecution puts forth its opening statement. But before that, the police chief has made a proposal. Oh god, not... See, he's trying to control everything. Morning, folks. How's everyone doing? Hey, OG. Been back at the pool to the pool yet? No, I've been drowning enough as it is in my work. Oh, that's a good one. Don't think I can top that. If you don't mind me asking, Chief, exactly what is this proposal of yours? Oh dear. Worth just messaging someone. Lana, that is to say the defendant, has asked me if she could speak directly to the court. She wants to do what? Having heard what she intends to say, I feel she should be granted a request. In the end, it should save everyone a lot of time and trouble. Go get a good 8 hours or more. You've streamed every day this. I think I have actually. But to be fair, I think I mentioned this earlier in the week. It's because my parents are coming back tomorrow from holiday. So I thought, I'm loud as hell when I stream. So I know I need to get this out as soon as possible. And I could technically get this done tomorrow. Well, today or tomorrow. Granted, I mean, tomorrow they're coming back, but I could easily do it in the evening. They can just, carry on with themselves. What is this all about, defendant? I'd like to make one simple request, and I'll be finished. Well then, what is your request? Your Honor, I'd like to put an immediate end to this trial. Huh? I confess to all the charges against me. On February 21st of this year, I murdered Detective Bruce Goodman. Yeah, in the underground parking lot of the prosecutor's office. Yeah, so she's still trying to get herself framed. No, Lana! You can't. Your Honor, the defendant's defense does not. The defendant's claim does not change the defense's plea. In that case, Mr. Wright, I no longer require your service. Lana. Your Honor, I hereby forfeit my right to an attorney. The prosecution may lack direct evidence against me, but it has sufficiently proven its case through testimony and circumstantial evidence. I'd like you now to render your verdict now, if you please. Well, the defendant certainly has the right to self-representation. The request is legally valid, although it is an unprecedented situation. Indeed, it appears there's no further need to continue this trial, even if Mr. Wright may feel otherwise. This can't be happening. It appears the time for the verdict has arrived. The court finds the defendant. Hold it. Oh, there we go. Oh! Edgeworth objected. One moment, Your Honor. Mr. Edgeworth, the prosecution has not yet proven the defendant guilty beyond reasonable doubt. Any ruling at this stage would certainly be premature. Come now, Worthy. I understand this is a difficult time for you. But why don't you just be a good little boy and keep your mouth shut, I don't think I care for your tone, Chief Gant. What? You're teaching another fabrication to cover up your past mistakes. Sorry, but I'm no longer that naive little boy you have me be. With this sudden confession from the defendant, it's obvious to me some kind of deal was struck behind the scenes. Some kind of deal, Not everyone operates as you do, Worthy. I thought so. Your Honor, the prosecution would like to change its first witness. Oh? To whom? As its first witness, the prosecution would like to call Miss Emma Skye. I request the court hears her testimony. Okay, so Emma's testimony. Edgeworth full on just said, bet, do it. Right? I'm not scared. I'm not scared, Gant. Come at me, bitch. Mr. Edgeworth, I am exercising my right for self-representation. I do not think we need to continue. I don't care what you think, Miss Skye. The exposure of truth sometimes results in tragedy. However, no matter how tragic the truth may be, it would be ever greater tragedy to avert one's eyes from it. True. Very well, the court shall grant the prosecution's request. That's okay with you? Is that that's okay with you, right, Chief Gant? Worthy. You'll live to regret this. Mark my words. Edgeworth's not scared, bitch. I'm living for this interaction between Gant and Edge. Yeah, to be fair, you can tell Gant is like in charge of everyone. Like he clearly has an influence over everyone. He's like what's his name, Red White, in the second trial, and everyone's corrupt. But Edgeworth's like, nah, I'm getting you done. Miss Sky, please take to the stand. Looks like Edgeworth has decided to take the horse by the reins. I was gonna say horse by the hay. Now then, witness, please state your name and occupation. My name is Emma Sky. My occupation? I'm Lana's little sister, and I want to be a scientific investigator. We asked what you're doing, not what you want to be. Edgeworth, honestly, you know what? I was okay with Edgeworth at the beginning. He was like, it's cool. The more we've gone on, the more I'm just like, Edgeworth is great. Edgeworth and Gumshoe. Like, Gumshoe literally... Wait, I didn't mention... Gumshoe got fired, by the way, Paloma. Because he helped us break into Chief Gant's office. So he's technically out of a job. But he did it for Edgeworth. I want to be nice, but impressive. Just like, yeah, literally. 2 years ago, you encountered the serial killer Joe Dark of the Joe Dark killings. Is that correct? Yes. I'm trying my hardest to forget about that though. Sorry. Oh, sorry, Plumber, this is another thing. Another thing that's annoyed me, right? Okay, so the whole point is that Emma mentioned to us, I can't remember that night, but I made a drawing, right? So then, we flip over this piece of paper. There's a drawing on the back, right? So, in my head, I'm like, okay, yeah, we'll just present this to Emma, right? No, apparently we're not allowed to show Emma, because Phoenix is just like, no, I don't want to talk about it. Like, a picture's drawn on the back of the evidence list in magic marker. I've got a very bad feeling about this. Like, just didn't say anything to Emma. Yeah, so Gumshoe's been fired because we broke in, and yeah, Gant literally just fired him on the spot. So, that's why we need to take him down, for Gumshoe's sake. I'm sorry. But I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you to recall those events one more time. Mr. Edgeworth, please remember this trial concerns the murder of Detective Goodman. Is an incident that was resolved 2 years ago really all that relevant? Yes, it most certainly is. Well, okay then. You sure gave him... Literally, it was like a stare down and then the judge was like, yeah, sure, why not? Now, please testify about what happened to you 2 years ago. The trip to yesteryear has finally yesteryear has finally begun. It's bound to lead to the truth behind this trial. It's clearly linked, we know that. But, like, realistically speaking, I understand why everyone's like, it's not relevant. Because, to be fair, from an outside perspective, this is not relevant. It's 2 years ago. But, I mean, obviously it links in. I was waiting at my sister's office that day. A man came running in and took me hostage. Neil Marshall rescued me. But I'll never forget what I saw in the instant. The man raised up his knife and stabbed Marshall in the chest. Oh, well, that's already... That's already a contradiction because Neil was stabbed in the back. So that's good. It's a good thing you weren't harmed. I passed out. I don't remember much. That's understandable. However, please tell me, Mr. Edgeworth, what does this testimony have to do with Detective Goodman's murder? I will soon become apparent, Your Honor. You've got to admire him for his courage, considering he has no evidence. Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination. Let's see. Edgeworth is MVP. We love... Actually, no. Gumshoe's MVP for getting us the evidence that we needed. But we love Edgeworth too. Okay, it's this one. That must have been a real shock. Even now when I close my eyes, I can still see it just as clearly. Tell us, what were you doing at the moment? I believe you testified that Joe Dart was holding you hostage. When lightning struck and the lights are out, Mr. Marshall jumped on Dark. I was trying to sound and the two began wrestling each other. I'm pretty sure I was watching them. Emma doesn't have any reason to lie, but Lana sure does. I need to get Emma to tell me as much as she can. Okay, so present... What? It's not that? What the hell? How is it not that? Stabbed him in the chest. It's not that. It says it stabbed him in the back. How's that not a contradiction? I want to check this one. It's not this one either. What the hell? Right, I thought I big brained that play, but maybe not. I'm going to save now because I'm very low on health already. We've just started, I'm already 2 down. I ain't good, Chief. Fine, we're just going to have to inspect it. We're just going to have to go through it. 2 years ago, the defendant was the detective at the police department, correct? Yes. She was second in command under the then Deputy Chief of Police Gant. My sister. She was the best detective ever. Yes, I remember. Deputy Chief Gant and Miss Sky used to be quite the pair. I believe they shared the same office. That's right. I'd always sit at my sister's desk and dream about playing that organ. I wanted to play it that day too. The police department and the prosecutor's office held a ceremony that day. Lana promised to take me to dinner after she finished work. A man came running into me hostage. A man? Yes, Joe Dark. He was a serial killer. Joe Dark was brought in for questioning on the day of the ceremony. We were desperate to get anything on him that would lead to the arrest. When he saw his chance, he fled the room, right? On fleeing the room, Dark proceeded to take me on the elevator. To take the elevator. He must have been in a panic because the elevator was going up. Then he ran into Sky and Gant's office. There was a lot of noise coming from outside, so I opened the door to have a look. That's when I saw him. Young Marshall rescued me. What was the prosecutor doing there? That day, there were 2 people present during Dark's questioning. Deputy Chief Damon Gant and Prosecutor Neil Marshall. Almost forgot about Gant. Neil Marshall just had received the King of Prosecutors Award. Young and dedicated, he went straight to the questioning room after the ceremony. I assume that would also be why he was the first to run after Dark. When Dark grabbed me, I thought I was good as dead. And that's when Prosecutor Marshall came running in. I don't clearly remember what happened then, but I'll never forget what I saw in the instant. Can you tell us about that? Mr. Marshall jumped on the Dark, but just then the lights went out. The lights? It was just about this time of year. There was a terrible storm going on and lightning struck nearby. So the electricity went out? Wait a minute. If it was pitch black in the dark room, you shouldn't have been able to see anything, right? Right, but just then lightning flashed again outside. That sudden flash left an unforgettable image in my of the scene in my mind. I see. I told the detective about what I saw then. The detective? Yes, Detective Goodman. He was in charge of the case. Detective Bruce Goodman, the victim. Hear more, yeah. Wait, you told Goodman? That's interesting. So you spoke to Detective Goodman about this 2 years ago? Yes. That's what's so scary about this trial. And you told Detective Goodman about what you saw? Yes, but at the time, the words just couldn't come out. That's why I drew a picture. Okay, never mind. So you have to put a picture. Yes, I think you mentioned that before. Well, Mr. Wright, have you heard enough? Let's go about the picture. This picture the witness drew. I believe it has a very important meaning. The list of evidence I was given 2 years ago didn't contain a picture. Witness, would you mind if we added this to the statement to your testimony? Yes, Your Honor. Okay, here we go. I drew a picture, but I seem to have lost it. Present. Here we go. Mr. Edgeworth? This little girl put all her heart into drawing that picture. And yet, you would insist on denying its existence. Well, he doesn't know, to be fair, huh? Hey, I'm not the bad guy. All I'm saying is that, the prosecutor of the case, I wasn't handed such a picture. That may well be. That doesn't mean it doesn't exist. Behold, this is the evidence list for the Asalan incident. Please turn it over, Your Honor. Turn it over. Turn it... Oh, what's this? Yes, what is this? Hey, that's it. That's the picture I drew. Thank you. Why didn't we just confirm with this with earlier? Indeed, two men appear to be wrestling here. What's the meaning of this? What are you doing with that list? Me? Only the prosecutor in charge should have access to that list. Huh? These lists, they're different from each other. What? It would appear, Mr. Edgeworth, that the evidence list you were handed 2 years ago was incomplete. These two lists fit together to form one. You can see the marks here where they are torn apart from each other. So you see, Mr. Edgeworth, it's quite obvious what happened. 2 years ago, only half the evidence in this case ever reached you. What? What? Interesting. Interesting. So, he only... Wait, didn't he win the trial? But Miss Skye, why did you draw your picture on the back of such an important list? Because that's what Detective Goodman handed me in the questioning room, Your Honor. Oh. Wait a minute. If that list was torn in half, then that means... Wait, what does that mean? Your Honor. Are you alright, Mr. Wright? Your eyes are bulging from your head. If the evidence list was torn in half, then there might be more to the drawing on the back of Mr. Edgeworth's list. Oh, that makes more sense. I was like, why would they rip up and then she do the drawing? Yes, that's quite conceivable, Mr. Edgeworth. It's possible. Let's see. He's never checked the back of that evidence list. Edgeworth, okay, I know more... Right, you're great. How have you never looked at the back of that list? Is something wrong? Do you even have to ask? He's literally... Yeah, he is shaking the whole table. Sorry, Your Honor. There is indeed something drawn on the back of my list. I love that. Obviously, this is an animation, but that looks like he's looked at this piece of paper and it's blank, and he's like, "There's something drawn on this list." It's that thing. What? The blue bat. What the hell? Oh wait, that actually makes so much sense because in the you know the flashback. No, not the flashback. You know the beginning when we started the trial, there was a flash of the blue badger. Remember? Oh my god, I did not expect the blue badger on that piece of paper. That's that thing. That thing that was dancing in the evidence room. Clearly, this is an act of vandalism and is the work of a certain chief of detectives. I guess he was out of scrap paper. What? Very well. Paloma, the blue badger is part of the murder. Very well, witness. Will you please testify about this picture you drew 2 years ago? Huh? Oh, yes, Your Honor, sir. Yes, sir, Your Honor. What's wrong with Emma? She seems to be thinking about something when she was looking at that picture. I'll get that tattooed, honestly. Go for it. Emma's picture. This is the picture I drew 2 years ago. The flash of lightning was so bright, all I could see were the shadows. After that, I must have fainted. This picture shows exactly what I saw in the instant. Is this where we're gonna say the stabbing in the back, right? To think the flash of lightning could burn such an image in your mind. Thanks to that, though, she was able to show us exactly what she saw. Well, I don't see any contradictions here. Is that a mole? No, it's the silhouette of a blue badger. This clearly shows Joe Dark about to murder prosecutor Neil Marshall. The defense may now begin its cross-examination. Oh, Emma's picture. Oh wait, no. Not what I meant to do. I want to save. I don't trust myself. See, it's only just gone midnight. We're fine. That picture I drew, no, the picture I drew, this is the picture I drew 2 years ago. There we go. Did you draw this picture right after the incident? I think I drew it 2 or 3 days later. At first, I was in such a state of shock that I couldn't do anything. During that time, the investigation team were reorganized. Detective Goodman was placed in charge, under the direction of Damon Gant and Lana Skye. 2 or 3 days later, the memory should still have been fresh in her mind. Excuse me, witness. But can you please tell us why this picture is painted all black? She said, right? Oh wait, yeah. Okay. So at the time, you didn't even know it was Mr. Marshall who came to rescue? No, I couldn't see him clearly. The lightning was so bright. I was knocked to the floor. Hear me out, is it... Oh wait, this might be a completely... What was if Neil Marshall was trying to stab Joe Dark? Oh, maybe. You were knocked to the floor? Joe had a tight grip on me, but when... Oh, never mind, no, I lied. But when Mr. Marshall jumped on him, I was knocked away. He turned around. And that's when lightning flashed. Poor Emma, I'm just glad she wasn't hurt. What happened after the lightning flashed? After that, I must have fainted. Wait, let me check Discord. Okay, that's fine. I was looking at my friend's Discord. After that, I must have fainted. You mean you didn't see the actual murder take place? No. I'm sorry. The flash of lightning only drove off the darkness of the split second. Not only that, but the trauma of the situation understandably caused the witness to faint. Do you really need to torture this girl any further? What? Hey, I'm not the bad guy here. I love how they both said that. They're so in love. Anyway, this picture. This picture shows the exact... Okay, now. Surely it's this. Thank you. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but this picture the witness drew contains a blatant contradiction. What? But I still remember it just like it was yesterday. Mr. Wright? Perhaps it would be faster if you simply pointed out this contradiction for us. What part of this picture contradicts the autopsy report? Chest, I guess? I think it's... This part... Oh, it's not... No, it was wrong. So what is it? It's not the chest, so... This, I guess? The contradiction, of course, lies here. Take a look at the knife the man's holding. If you look closely, you can see the tips... Oh! Wait! Oh my god, wait. Maybe I'm right about... Maybe it is this. I joked about that. Saying that it could be this. This is the murder weapon. Like, the actual part of the shield. Because it says 2 years ago the shield broke. Maybe it actually is that, then. If you look closely, you can see the tip's broken. Even I don't have to look at it closely to see that, Mr. Wright. Mr. Wright, look at the evidence. See the murder weapon? The tip is broken too. If I recall. Oh, no, because the blade was already inside Neil Marshall. So what? Okay, I lied. Wait, well it could be, but the only reason why this is broken is because it broke inside of Neil Marshall. If I recall. The tip of the knife was found and broken off in the victim's body. It was a conclusive evidence, piece of evidence that proved Joe Dark was the murderer. I'm afraid it's not so simple, Emma. And where, pray tell, could you possibly see a problem? It's obvious, really. The victim suffered a single stab wound to the back. If the victim was only stabbed once, then the murder weapon should not yet be broken. Ah! What is the meaning of this? Perhaps the knife was broken beforehand. No, because then it wouldn't be in his body. Sorry, but I'm afraid that's not possible. The tip of the knife was found inside the victim's body. If it was broken beforehand, it couldn't possibly wind up in there. That's right. What does this mean? The tip of the knife was undeniably discovered within the victim's body. The only possible explanation is the witness memory is mistaken. That's why I asked her so many times to make sure she remembered it correctly. I believe you were annoyed at the time. But she was sure she remembered correctly. But there's no other way to explain the inconsistency. Not so fast, Mr. Edgeworth. There is another explanation. Have you forgotten already? About a little something called falsified evidence? Oh, you're treading on thin ice water. No. I just said you're treading on thin ice water. Yikes. You're treading on thin ice, right? All I'm saying is that this broken knife tip might be the piece of evidence that was forged. Oh. You can't deny that possibility. True, actually. Ah. Order, order, order. Are you saying the investigation really was corrupted? Your Honor? Please allow me once again to go over the events that took place that day of the murder. Let me just... I'm confused. I'm assuming it's gonna be this. Right? Yeah, sure. The police department and the prosecutor's office were holding a ceremony that day. After receiving the King of Prosecutors award at the ceremony, Neil Marshall questioned Joe Dark along with David Gant. During his questioning, Joe Dark fled the room. Prosecutor Marshall chased him and was killed by Dark. It is my belief that somewhere in this story there is a lie. I'm not lying. The man was really holding up a broken knife. If that's true, then there's no other way around it. This could not have been the actual murder weapon. Okay, so I do think the thing she was holding up was the halberd. Yeah. Someone was holding up the halberd to stab. There must be another broken knife. What are the chances of there being two broken knives? Another broken knife besides Joe Dark's. Could there have been one? There is another one. If the witness is adamant about the accuracy of what she saw, then it can't just be explained away by a simple observational error. Mr. Wright. In that instant, Emma really did see a broken knife. I assume then that you have some information about this other broken knife. If so, please feel free to enlighten us. The murder weapon was already broken prior to the murder. There's only one way. Take a look at this. This is the real murder weapon. Do we have anything else that could technically be involved? Because if not, I'm just gonna go for this. If anything's broken here, it's you. Huh? I'm sure this must be all very amusing to you, Mr. Wright. I mean, it's not. What? It's... Oh my god, what the hell? The murder weapon's already broken prior to the murder. Oh, I messed up. I didn't save. Oh, Paloma. The real murder weapon? I swear to God. The answer lies in this in the path. Oh, piss off! I had to show the image of the shield rather than the actual shield. What the hell? The answer lies in the past. 2 years in the past. So that's technically... You know, I'm saving here because I don't want to lose my progress. That's annoying. 2 years in the past. Right here in this picture. This is a picture of the award ceremony. This is a picture in the award ceremony. Ah! What is it, Mr. Edgeworth? It's the broken murder weapon. Notice the award Prosecutor Marshall is holding. That's so stupid. That's a broken knife. As we earlier concluded, the knife in the drawing was not Joe Dark's knife. That being the case, the knife the witness saw was in all likelihood from this award. Interesting. We knew that. That's just annoying that that evidence didn't say the same thing. Because surely that's the same stuff. Order, order, order. Neil Marshall was awarded King of Prosecutors that day. As an award, he was given this broken shield and knife. When he chased after Joe Dark, he pulled out this knife. Being a prosecutor, he did not carry a pistol. This broken knife was the only weapon he had to use in this dangerous situation. But that can't be. So maybe it was actually... Maybe it was Neil that was, like, about to stab Joe Dark. Oh? And why not, Mr. Edgeworth? Because if the King of Prosecutor Award knife was the murder weapon, yeah, then the murderer and the victim would be reversed. What do you mean? I mean, the man raising a knife would be Prosecutor Neil Marshall. Oh. Oh! I said that as a joke, but the prosecutor was the one who actually died. But it's true. What's going on here? It seems Mr. Wright has been a bit too eager to jump to conclusions. Emma? Yeah. Wait, I remember now. I remember everything. Yeah. Witness? Mr. Edgeworth. What is it? Could you show me your evidence list again, please? His list? The one with that scribbled picture on the back? I knew it. This picture. I'm the one who drew it. What? You drew that? That's right. The list wasn't torn in half at the time I drew this picture. Oh god. What? All this time I've been trying so hard to forget. I must have locked this part away deep inside me. I'm confused how this works. Perhaps it would be best if we added this to the witness testimony. Would you please tell us what you recall, Miss Sky? Yes, Your Honor. First the knife mix-up, now the blue badger. This should be interesting. Emma's recollection, sorry. When I saw the man raise his knife, I panicked and rushed towards both of them. I think I knocked away the man with the knife. Oh. Just then, there was another flash of lightning. And that was when I saw the blue badger. He wasn't in the room, but I'm sure I saw his shadow. What? But didn't didn't Gumshoe just make the blue badger? This is certainly most unusual. I'm confused how this works. Try impossible. The chief of detectives hasn't even designed him until this year. That would mean he didn't even exist 2 years ago. Well, the defense may now begin its cross-examination. Stop, please. Don't pursue this any further. Lana, what is the meaning of this? Please remain seated in the defendant's chair. But you can't do this. I've already confessed to the crime. You can't... Why can't you just leave it at that? Oh, it's just clicked. Lana knows about this evidence. Okay, Paloma, this is, if you're listening, Paloma, this is why. If you look at this, the blood spells out E-M-A. So this blood spells out Emma, right? So she's gone into... So, okay, what I'm thinking is, she's gone into the room with all of them just passed out. She has seen the vase that says Emma. She's seen the cloth that probably has her fingerprints on it. Well, it does have her fingerprints on, but she probably assumed it. Yeah, so... I think Lana realised that Emma might have killed... She probably thinks that Emma did kill. So she's trying to admit, I've done it. So Emma doesn't get in trouble. And then she can just get arrested for it. And that's probably the blackmail that Gant has on her. Because Gant could easily release this information and then just get Emma arrested. It all makes sense now. Chief Prosecutor Sky. We've already come to this far. It's too late to turn back. Silence. The defense will now begin its cross-examination. Bailiff, please detain the defendant. It seems we're finally getting to the core of the matter. I know that, you know what? I do really like Lana at the beginning, but if she's doing all of this for Emma, which, I mean, fair enough. That's... I respect that. When I saw the man raise a knife, I panicked and rushed... No, wait, you know what? We'll just stop reading. When you say that man, I assume you refer to Joe Dark. Yes. At least that's what I think. Yes, at least I think it was him. You think? All I could really see were shadows. The power outage that immediately preceded that incident is also documented in the prosecutor's office report. So then I panicked and rushed towards both of them. Why wouldn't you do something so dangerous? What else could I have done? He was about to stab Mr. Marshall. She seems convinced that Dark was the one holding the knife. As we just theorized, Mr. Marshall was the one holding the knife. Well, I didn't know that at the time. When the dark guy knocked me unconscious, Yeah, mark me down. All I can think is I gotta help that other person. I think I knocked away the man with the knife. I would never. Oh. Imagine protecting your sister. What do you mean you think? It all happened so fast. And I was in shock. I don't remember everything clearly. What I did, it's all kind of a blur. This guy was almost killed before the witness... was almost killed before she was witness to murder about to take place. With so much happening in a matter of seconds, a little disorientation is only natural. I saw the man about to stab the other person, who I thought was Mr. Marshall. I knew I had to stop the man with the knife. What you did was very brave, young girl. What happened next? Just then there was another flash of lightning, and that's when I saw the blue badger. Are you sure about this? Of course, see? I even drew a picture of him. But it was the chief of detectives who thought of this hideous beast. Wow, Drift doesn't like the blue badger just as much as me. And that was just this year. The blue badger didn't exist 2 years ago. It's all quite verifiable. I know it sounds strange, but I was surprised too when I saw him at the police department. I had this nagging feeling I'd seen him before somewhere. Oh, fam. Now I finally remember. Oh, brother. Just when you thought things had caused enough commotion. Tell us, where in the room did you see him dancing? He wasn't in the room, but I'm sure I saw his shadow. His shadow? You mean you didn't actually see his face? With its winning smile and all? That's right, but I still remember it. He had 3 creepy horns. This is pointless. Nothing couldn't possibly have existed 2 years ago. The witness must be mistaken. It's something shaped like the blue badger then. That may well be. But what's important is what caused her to think she saw what she did. Oh, and I suppose you have an explanation. If so, then by all means please tell us what the shadow really was. Let me save just in case. What was Emma saw when the lightning flashed? Who is this blue badger really? I might just know. The blue badger hadn't even dreamt up when Emma drew this picture. Hadn't even been dreamt up when Emma drew this picture. Yet she said she saw its shadow. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the defendant's belief that on the fateful day 2 years ago, there indeed was something that looked similar to the blue badger. Something that is now sitting in this very room. Mr. Wright? In this room? Very well, Mr. Wright. What is this witness saw in the instant? Please show this mysterious blue badger look. I really don't know. Oh, is it this? The unstable jar? It is, wow. The mysterious blue badger was in fact this. Oh my god, no way. But that's, what exactly is this? I believe it's some sort of jar. But Mr. Wright, that doesn't look anything like the blue badger. Indeed it doesn't. As it stands now, it's just a plain jar. However, if you tip it over, what if we change your point of view? If you look at it from above, it looks like the blue badger. Our viewpoint? I'd like to show them. The correct angle to look at is from. Yeah. Here we go. It was that, but... This rotating thing's actually annoying me. Oh wait, sorry, I forgot left and right's a thing. I want it from above, really. Okay, and then M. Now, N. B. These are some confusing directions. That? I thought it was like that, but I don't think it is that. You best save the day. This music will haunt my nightmares. How do we present this? I'm actually confused now. I thought I had it, but... Oh, it's that. Oh, you know what? Screw it. We turn it all the way around. Oh, really? These controls are actually so confusing. What the hell? It's this. Wait, what? Oh. No, please don't take health from me. Allow me to remind the defense, its case hinges on the witness's drawing. If Mr. Wright can't match the shape the witness drew, we can only extend this claim. We'll find just the right angle. Maybe I should just rotate it vertically. Well, Mr. Wright, you can do it. Well, I show them the correct angle. If I add it. Cursed mascot, I give up. No, Plumber, you, of all people, you cannot give up on the blue badger. So not that. Wait. Okay, that's fine. As long as, at least we don't die from this. That's fine. Okay. Why is this harder than I thought it'd be? I get what we're trying to do, I just don't have to line this up. Right, so this is what I had before, right? And wait, no, but I had it tilting down. That's the wrong one. Well, we're going all the way around now. Music. I had this, right? And then I tilted it, but then that was wrong. Well, we're going the wrong way now, but that's fine. Is it because I tilted it too much? I don't understand these controls, what the hell? Can I present that? What? That isn't right? Is that right? Am I being stupid? I swear that's correct. Right? When you do that, they're the two prongs. Do I have to do it like that? I might have to tilt it anymore. Bloody hell, I did that like 5 times. Well, is this a miracle or what? Bloody hell. No one can possibly deny this jar's resemblance to the blue badger. So it had fallen off the side. No, it can't be. That's so funny. So stupid, but so funny. I'm not gonna lie, I was losing up though. That felt painful. Order. The defense has proven its claim. The mysterious blue badger witness on the day of the crime was actually... Although we all enjoyed Mr. Wright's dramatic performance, one question remains. What's your point? What do you mean? So that badger thing is actually just a jar. That doesn't change anything. I'm afraid that's where you're wrong, Mr. Edgeworth. I don't know why I said that. You see, this changes everything. Indeed. Very well then. Please tell us. What difference now? What's different now that we know what the witness saw this jar? That English is hard for me. Location, the murder weapon, the murderer. Location. Allow me to take these in turn. At the moment of the murder, the witness saw this jar. At the very specific angle, I might add, right? Yes, well, knowing this, where could she have seen this jar? Where? The location of the jar is shown on the picture taken on the day of the crime. It's on the shelf of Damon Gant, on the shelf in the office of Damon Gant. But the body was found lying near Lana Sky's desk. The witness testified so herself. Yes, and these are two facts that actually reveal what actually transpired. You see, the struggle between Dark and Marshall did not take place in Lana Sky's office. It happened on the other side of the room, in Chief Gant's office. Are you implying the murderer moved the victim's body from Damon Gant's office to Lana Sky's office? Yes. Why would he do that? There's no reason. Exactly. If there was no reason, he wouldn't have gone through the trouble. The only logical conclusion is that there was a reason. Do you know what the reason was, Mr. Wright? I finally figured it out. So this is why Lana tried to stop the trial. It's too late to quit now, though. Oh dear. Please recall the witness's testimony. She said she knocked away the man who was holding up the knife. In the next instant, the jar was hit and flew through the air. Now tell me, what could have sent the jar flying? That would have to be the impact of a man made when he was knocked to the wall, ladies and gentlemen. If I may draw your attention to this picture once more. If the man was knocked into the direction of the shelf the jar sitting on, what would he have hit? The suit of armor. Oh, okay. Holding a very sharp and dangerous looking sword. Okay, I'm done bullying my classmates. Right. Well, Paloma, if you weren't paying attention, essentially, I barely even noticed that, actually. We're saying Emma pushed Neil into this because she thought it was dark. She pushed him. He landed on that spike. Now we have less friends, I guess. Oh. Nah, sometimes you have to do that sort of stuff, Paloma. It's fine. Yes. And since the man who was knocked in the arm was carrying a broken knife, he would have to be Neil Marshall, wielding the King of Prosecutors trophy. No, Mr. Wright, you can't be thinking. Oh my god, wait, it makes so much sense. Because she put... This piece of cloth is from his clothing, I'm assuming. Yeah, because he pushed... Yeah, okay, there we go. Yes. There's another possibility of what actually transpired in that room. Another possibility? Of course the perpetrator would have no idea, but nevertheless. Oh no. I don't know if I can go through with this. Mr. Wright? What's the matter? If events took place as the defense theorizes, then the outcome is obvious. In that moment, assuming the man Emma Sky knocked away was actually Prosecutor Neil Marshall. Oh no. It makes sense though. And then someone put the knife shard in his back. Oh, Emma. You mean Mr. Marshall died because of me? Oh no. No! Oh no! Aww. Bud. Is she crying on the floor now? Or she fainted? I never imagined her testimony would lead to this. Lana, you naughty. So it was the victim, and the witness who took the victim's life, and then proved so with her own testimony. This is unprecedented. Oh yeah. What? What are you saying? I'm sorry, Miss Sky, but given the circumstances, Joe Dot murdered Prosecutor Marshall. How can you think it was Emma? How dare you try and pin this crime on her? Okay, now she's snapping. Imagine that coming from you. If you recall, it was you who admitted to forging evidence 2 years ago. The reason you moved Prosecutor Marshall's body was to keep anyone from finding out about what Emma did, wasn't it? Yeah. I assure you, Mr. Edgeworth, you have no idea what you're talking about. I hope to have anyone believe your insane allegations. I'm afraid you're going to have proof. Tell me, do you really have conclusive evidence that my sister killed Neil Marshall? Evidence? I'm willing to bet you don't. Yes. It certainly would be difficult to prove this with evidence. If we don't have evidence, then we'll have to rely on testimony. I'm afraid that won't work in this case. Both parties involved in this incident are dead. You certainly can't get a dead people to testify. Maya, come on down, girl. Could you imagine Maya just comes in like, hi Nick, how's it going? It was like, Emma? No. Maya, channel this dead guy. This has all been a wild goose chase from the beginning. Oh dear. Touché, Miss Sky. Of course. That only leaves us one possibility. You mean there's still another possibility? What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth? I mean the possibility that the victim has left us a message. Better for worse, Mr. Marshall did not die instantly. He may have left behind the name of the person who took his life, in one matter or another. That's impossible. Well, Mr. Wright, it's the only possibility left for you. A message from the deceased, does such message exist? It does, and it's the bloody vase. Quite literally, the bloody vase. I've got to think back to the court record. The real murderer's name the victim left behind is in the evidence. Oh dear. This message from the deceased is already in our possession. Mr. Wright, will you stop at nothing to prove my sister's a murder? Huh? Do not be mistaken, Miss Sky. Our purpose is not to accuse Emma of any crime. There is only one thing to seek. Truth. No matter how painful it may be. Now then, Mr. Wright, please show us the piece of evidence that conveys the message from the deceased. I nearly pressed E on the bloody attorney's badge. This is the message left by the deceased. This is that blue badger from before, correct? Right. Oh, is he going to speak the killer's name? If that thing could, I'm sure it would. Looks like everyone's forgotten this is just a jar. A message was left here, on the surface of this jar. What do you mean? If you look closely, you can see a faint trail of blood in this jar. It looks like someone wiped the blood away. Yes, but notice, for some reason, the blood on the surface fragments is not wiped away. Yes, there's a line here, drawn in blood. So what you're saying is these dots were once lines? Prosecutor Marshall did not die instantly. He used a few precious moments left to him to leave behind a message. One that someone apparently wiped away. The blood must be seeped through the jars where the lines change directions. Precisely so. All we need to do is connect the points, and the victim's message will become apparent. No. Mr. Wright? What kind of message did the victim leave for us, Your Honor? I believe these bloodstains will reveal to us the answers. We'll connect these dots to make them letters. There's only one thing the victim could have written given the circumstances: murderer's name. Oh, we have to actually drag it. Oh dear. Oh, Emma. Oh no, I'm confused where this is going to go now. Because I don't think Emma's the murderer, right? I'm worried. Where are we going with this? It's a defense attorney's duty to prove their client's innocence. That's why all I have to I've been thinking about was saving Lana. After all my efforts, I never thought it would turn out like this. Oh dear. Emma. So, this is the final message Prosecutor Marshall left behind. Yeah, Lana knew. Of all people. She may not have meant it, but in the end, the one who took the victim's life was Emma Skye. Yikes. Seaworthy? Can't say I didn't warn you. Oh, God. He's definitely the murderer, my God. I don't believe that it's Emma. Chief Gant? Do you understand the implications of what you've done? What? What are you talking about? 2 years ago, Joe Dark was sentenced to death. He was convicted because of the final murder. I believe you were the prosecutor in the case, were you not? Yes, Worthy. Because of you. An innocent man was sentenced to death. Not only that, but you used forged evidence to ensure his conviction. But Joe Dark was really a serial murderer, that's undeniable. I'm afraid that's not important. Didn't you know? We aren't defenders of justice. What? We're merely keepers of the law. Sentencing a man to death is no light matter. Even if there weren't any cover-ups of evidence forgery, ultimately the responsibility falls upon the prosecutor in charge. Despite what anyone may say, the fact cannot be denied. What's going on in the prosecutor's office? He might have sent an innocent man to his death. How can he just stand there like it wasn't his fault? Order, 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 order. Go down. The gavel's pounding fell on deaf ears. Unable to settle the crowd, the judge declared a recess. Where the trial is headed, no one knows. That. Ooh, I don't know. Plumber, that was heavy. I mean, we're gonna leave it there. Because we've nearly hit 3 hours. But my God, we've learned a lot. Well, so much has happened. We've technically saved, well, we haven't even saved Lana, really, because Lana's still possibly the killer of Detective Goodman, but now we've just incriminated, Emma. And now Emma's the suspect for killing Neil Marshall. Probably we're going over that now. The fact that Gant has come in, it has to be him, right? He's so evil looking as well. I don't know. I mean, somehow it's going to be neither of them and it's both going to be Gant, right? Surely. Unless the whole point is that Emma actually gets sentenced for killing Marshall. Which I hope not. Do you know what? I will say, I like Maya, don't get me wrong. I have really enjoyed Emma, though. Emma's been very sweet. Maya, I mean, she's funny, though. So we can't knock Maya. I miss Maya, though. Yeah, I don't want Emma to get sent down. So hopefully Damon Gant is the murderer, because I don't have to deal with bloody Gant, knowing that Gant is a free man and Emma and Lana are both in jail. Because I think that's what's happening at the moment. Both of them are actually being accused of different murders. And Edgeworth's going to get fired at this point for forging evidence. And Gumshoe's got fired already. Everyone that we care about is now being, like, ruined, except, well, we don't care about him, but Gant. Gant's the only one who's not been affected at any situation from this. Yeah. Oh, Angel Star, she's fine. She's there, I guess. Oh, actually, no, she did get fired for her job, so did Marshall. Yeah, the only one who's not been affected so far is Gant, so it should be obvious it's Gant. I mean, everyone knew, though. Anyway, enough rambling. Hopefully tomorrow we can finish off the game, because I really do think we are near the end now. I mean, like, what else can we do? This is the final trial. So, like, I can't see what else there is to do. But yeah. Hopefully we can get this game done. And then after that, I think we're going to go... I don't want to go straight into Phoenix Wright again. I want to probably play Stardew for a bit more again. Just to go back to it. Maybe Sims as well. We'll see how it goes. I'll put up a poll. You know what? I'll put up a poll tonight, actually, just to let you know, see what people are thinking with what games to play next. Because there's only a few, like I said, because of my PC not working that well. Well, my laptop not working that well. But we'll see how it goes. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you're new here, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell. It really does help with stats and all that sort of stuff. Doing the whole typical, like, most of you aren't subscribed, all that sort of stuff. You know the following. But yeah, anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed. I will hopefully see you in the next one. Make sure you join the Discord if you want to get notified early. Because, I mean, the last few streams I've just forgotten to ping on YouTube. Yeah, I'll try to remember. And to be fair, I'll ask in the Discord, but I might start notifying people when we're live as well. So I might do the typical post of just saying, oh, like, we're going to go live in 30 minutes, but then I might actually ping again saying we're live, and then link the stream. I think that might be easier. But yeah, let me know when it comes to that. But yeah, I will hopefully speak to you all tomorrow. Sleep a lot, but do wake up. I will. I barely sleep anyway, so it should work. Knowing me, I'll probably play some games after this anyway. But yeah, I'll speak to you all tomorrow, hopefully. Goodbye. Thank you for playing. We'll miss you if not. Thanks, Paloma.